Hey, y'all. Welcome in. I hope you guys are all having a great Monday. It's the Monday of all Mondays, it kind of feels like. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far, though. We are going to get into this. I'm probably going to upset some people, per usual, but it's about time I get honest with some people and say what I have to say out front to everybody, because why not? Let's go.
You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on the grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People tease you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a Vanity Fair, cosmetic overdose. Fiending for a next operation like it was dope. Now you feel the need to skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on. Vanity Fair, yeah. Changing one or two things, cool girl, do you? Do you wanna be beautiful and look like you? Or do you wanna look like someone you saw in a magazine or video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even a million. No grace like those unhappy when chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job cause cancer assists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention with care. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, faceline, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, faceline, look at your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on.
Hey, y'all. Okay, let me go back up here right quick. Hey, Bama. Hey, Cash. Starry Night Outlaw. Skip to My Lou. Sassy but Classy. Tammy. Blank Screen's Granny. Brenda. Did I miss anybody? Cool Gamer. Helen. Brittany. Stargazer. Nana Tiddler. Zoya. Marcy. Peas. Kitten Claus, Laura, Zoya. I've missed you guys. Oh, gosh. ALPGR, Tanker's Wife, 2016. Welcome. Texas Tiff, Freeside. I'm going to have to give you a nickname. That's a long name. CK, Angel. What y'all up to? Summer Butterfly, Limey. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see some of you. Ben Dreamin, Quartz. I feel Emo Vulcan, Blink Screen's Dentist, Outlaw Trucker. It's good to see so many of you guys. I'm sorry, I've been so off my schedule lately and I'm not back on it yet. The summer will be touch and go. Hey, was that Justice? Hey, Steph B. But I am so sick of the bullshit. I literally cannot even explain how beyond done I am. I am so sick of watching the two-faced people. Okay, so just so you guys know, I'm at part 4. That's where I'm at. I've been working on it. In part 4, you guys, in part 3, I asked, where should I go? Should I just continue with the timeline and keep it in order of how it all broke out? Or should I skip right to the letter? Because between the PayPal and the letter was when shit popped off between Uni and I. Going back and watching what popped off between Uni and I has me angry. I will be the first to say that. I am angry. And I have every fucking right to be. Hey, Yvonne. And I'm not mad at you guys. Please understand that. Like, I'm not mad at the subs at all. There's a few of you. Not a few of you. Nobody in here right now. Unless they're in the bushes. That really gaslit me. That really took things that I said and twisted it and did all sorts of wild stuff. And going back and listening to like what I actually did say, and then watching all of the people jump to defend him when it wasn't even things that I had said. And then somehow I ended up feeling like I did something wrong in this whole situation. I did something wrong. Meanwhile, the people who have now been outed by him and gone at took part in bashing me off of shit that never even happened. I lost relationships over this, which totally fine. They showed me who they are. But I held back not because of me. I held back because of the subs, because of the people that were close with the Uni fam. I didn't hold back because I didn't see some of what was happening. I did it out of trying to keep other people out of the line of fire. And now to watch all of these people jump on the bandwagon and think that oh God, it's frustrating. It is so frustrating, to be honest. It's, hey, Scorpio. No, you're fine. Drive away. Drive safely. Yes, absolutely, Limey. Yeah, it's just to watch all of this go on, and not one of these people, let me be truthful. There hasn't been one apology. Not once. Not a single one to me. Not a single one, but they've continued the lies, right? They're all out here hopping to jump and defend this and that and the other thing. But not one of them has had the balls to say, I got it wrong. You were right with what you said. Not one of them. So part 4 is probably going to be a little bit intense because I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed at the amount of bullshit that I got thrown into when I was so freaking kind. I was so kind. Y'all, look at this shit. Hold on. I'm going to play you guys the few first minutes of this because I don't think people quite understand how kind I was actually being to start with. Okay, I'm just going to play just a few minutes of this. Hey, y'all, I didn't plan this out. This wasn't, I wasn't actually even going to come live. I feel like shit. The kids gave me their shit, but I am all about the facts, and I just got to respectfully set the record straight on some shit that's really eating at me. All right. No, booty shots. That is not factual, y'all. Please stop. That is why I'm here. And respectfully, I'm going to start off this way. Respectfully, Uni Rock, I'm directing this at you. Please stop telling. Respectfully, I'm addressing Uni Rock. Respectfully. Imagine that. Which is only your audience, which is some of my subs also, that BHB doxed me. She did not dox me. Period, point blank, end of story. I don't care how you twist it, the semantics of it. She didn't dox it. I made that phone call public. I put this phone call with my private information that was released by previous other people publicly, not BHB. That is not doxing. And the use of doxing is so misconstrued and used. I just want to make sure, like, please stop saying that because that is not factual. That is from my PSA live in the midst of all of this. Now, again, how am I in the wrong? Did not dox me. I put that information out publicly. Respectfully, you can disagree with me, but again, please stop. Because every time it happens, I get messages, wait, BH, when did she do this? And I'm like, no. So again, respectfully, and booty shots, no, respectfully. Melissa Schumann made a post on Instagram, which Rabbit went over previously. It's just a post. She makes some, what you could, I guess, quote unquote, read between the lines statements. She links a video that she had previously done on Molly. Along with that, you can make your inclinations, but nobody has found any type of lawsuit or a restraining order to this day that is public information. Could there be an order and it be sealed? 100%. They are celebrity type status. And an order would be issued off of the harassment and bullying that she had previously received. So I'm not saying an order doesn't exist. I'm just saying that there is no public information that can confirm that at this point. No, you're fine. You're fine. I know. That's why Rabbit jumped up there to clarify too. That's what I just watched that. That's why I know. I had just asked the question, do we have a copy of this because I started seeing all the posts going up, the thumbnails for videos. Again, nothing I said was out of line. I did go into vet bashing because it was a natural occurrence that happened in our chat that was being addressed because somebody brought it up in chat. And I was like, no, we're going to talk about that. It was all the natural flow of things. But going back and listening to what I actually said, it was very obvious when I said that Elle wasn't lying about the email. I had told them I was down the rabbit hole and using Uni's own stuff, like Uni had said. And then 3 days later, he switched it up. I walked them through everything I was doing. But then one after another started their attacks on me. And one after another has had zero fucking backbone to admit that they were wrong and own any of it. Not one of them. So my sympathy is a little broken for a lot of the crybabies right now. Sorry. You guys sat and condoned when he was lying about me being in Discords when all of you were in the Discord and know that I wasn't in there. But y'all sat and condoned that shit too. A lot of you jumped on panel to drag me when I've never even had anything to do with any of you. So going back a little bit and looking at this, it's not just Uni that's frustrating to me. It's a lot of these other crybabies that have been around Uni, that people that, oh, keep it cute. You're in the wrong. What the fuck was I wrong about? It's really sad to see in part 4 how many people play games. It's really sad. But now we're going to jump right into Friday night. Because Uni, what's going on, dude? You need some, what is up with you? And if anybody actually gave a shit about this guy, they would tell him enough's enough. This is not going to end well for him, and it's not on me. Hey, Miss Lee, this is not going to end well for him whatsoever. And that's just my point, period. He has bit off more than he can chew, and he's not going to work his way out of it. That's all I got to say. There is Cash, of course, it's shorts today. Hey, y'all coming in too. Sorry, I am amped up, but I was like, I've been doing this, and then I've been trying to listen to other people because I'm one that sits back and tries to take it all in. I sat through Navy's entire live dragging me while the entire point was completely missed. Completely missed. Do you think that anybody's gone back and corrected that? It was never about an email. I don't care about Elle. I don't like Elle. I think Elle's a liar. It was the fact that Uni said he had evidence claiming that Elle was being truthful, and then within days over some BS, because that's how Uni works, he flip-flopped. That was the point. The point was completely missed. But I've thought so many times, like, man, if I would have just handled this different, if I would have reached out to Navy and talked to him, maybe this wouldn't have gone so south. Nope. Realizing and listening to this, I couldn't have been more transparent. I couldn't have been more honest and upfront of what I was doing, and it still turned that way. So it is what it is. But we're going to listen to what he had to say on Friday because it was a really eye-opening. This is from his Twitter Spaces. Just so you guys can see it. That's from his Twitter Spaces. And we're going to listen to this. Buckle up. Not only, it's gross. It's gross. Oh, by the way, I'm going to get this out right off the beginning. Uni, you are claiming you're this high-ranking debater. Kyle's never had a debate in his life, but Kyle has signed up. Kyle wants you to pull up your big boy britches and pick a topic. He'll debate you. Doesn't matter, especially politics. If you want to get into that, go ahead. But Kyle would love to debate you. Kyle would love to have a one-on-one conversation with you. He actually was calling for you when he needed some material moved this weekend. He was saying, hey, Uni, I got a job for you. You're across the country, so of course you didn't hear him, but he would love to debate you. I have no use for it, but Kyle would love to. So if you want to, have your people reach out to me and I'll get you set up. I have no idea, Peas. I don't know. I have no clue. Hey, Gator Girl. Hey, Remy. But Kyle absolutely said, I got this. I will debate this mofo any day of the week. So if you think you're a big boy who definitely can handle any type of debate, go ahead. Kyle is not like me. Kyle will debate you until he's blue in the face about nothing. All right, let's go. Let's listen to this.
If you're watching the replay, it's going to be about 30 seconds for me to share this out. So sorry. You might want to skip ahead.
You'll debate? Okay, let's debate. Yeah, he's avoiding YouTube, Marcy, for sure.
Okay, so here's just a quick update. I know I haven't been live the last 2 days, but that's for a reason. So I just want to let the community know, and I trust me, understand that the majority of you don't care. And no, I'm not talking to any of you that do care.
You're right. Frankly, I don't give a damn. You are absolutely correct, but we're going to listen to it anyways.
The people that don't care can fuck off. The people that do care, here's an update. So, literally, people that we haven't seen or talked to for years
Miss Lee
have been contacting us. And some of them are not even my family or people that I can say I know. Like, I can tell you that I've barely even met a couple of these people, okay? And they stalked JLR, Jonathan Lee Riches, stalked down, not me, okay? Oh, I know, Uni's just this big liar and none of this is actually happening or some shit. That's the narrative, right? Got it.
I believe 100% that JLR is absolutely contacting family or somebody that's pretending to be JLR. That's how he moves. We warned Uni of that from the beginning. Before this even kicked off, when all of these lies started coming out, when I started talking about it, the one thing I said that this was going to be a game for JLR. We expected this. We knew it was coming. Hey, Orion. Hey, y'all coming in. I haven't seen some of your faces in a while. I've missed you guys. But we tried telling him that this is what was happening. Everybody said, it's a fishing expedition. That is exactly what they used this for and continue to. Thank you for being a member for 4 months, Mercedes. Happy Monday to you too. Yeah, how respectful. F off, everybody. I told him to do that too, so I guess I'm not upset about that, but I do believe that he's probably has some stuff going, but he's not going to show proof of anything either.
He stalked my girlfriend back into her past, to her exes and shit, and emailed them. And
yo, do you need a fucking tissue? You watched publicly what happened to Kyle. Kyle has nothing to do with this except he comes on and does a drive-by and talks some shit occasionally. But at the time in December when I got doxxed, Kyle had nothing to do with this. They blasted his business all over the place. They've affected his business phone. They've called the state. You've watched it all. They've bragged about it all. They went after him on live streams. I don't know how you didn't expect this to happen. And do you need a tissue? Because this is what they do.
And he claims she somehow defamed him and is being sued for tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh my God. Well, she's the producer of the show too. So that puts her in a different situation. Mimi of 8, thank you so much. Let me find a button.
All the bad bitches work. He like when I brought that.
All right, let's go back to it. Thank you again.
And this person is doing this like this just happened. They just found out about this. And so we have now had to get those people who we rarely have ever talked to. Myself, my girlfriend does not want to communicate with people in her past, though they're adults and all they care about is getting along, for the sake of the family and such. These are good people, okay? And could you imagine, because I went live and I did my video, could you imagine how, not just the fact that this motherfucker has stalked literally down, because in order to do this, what he's had to do is he tried to do it to me. Y'all know what happened when he tried to do it to me, okay? And I have stood against him the whole time.
I have stood against him the entire time. You've cried like a bitch, but okay.
So now he's doing it to my girlfriend.
Hey, B10.
And the same thing that he did to me that I went live and let you know about, where he is contacting members of my family and shit. Some, like I said, I hadn't talked to in a very long time, like an ex-wife and things like that, okay?
Yeah, unfortunately, you played with fire.
And that's what he did to me, and that's what I let you guys know from the the PayPal message forward. And because I fucking did a YouTube video where I looked at the news articles about this motherfucker, because I looked at the videos this motherfucker did, he thinks that it is, and by the way, the people out there are people I know people like AZ are going to fucking whine and cry and shit how I'm talking about her or some shit. If you're not defending JLR, then I'm not fucking talking about you.
Nobody's defending JLR. I haven't seen one single person defending JLR. Unfortunately, you walked right into what you signed up for. You poked for a reaction and got it. And now you're crying because you got a reaction. We all told you. You just watched. You had just watched with your own two eyes what JLR was doing to Queen Bee right before this. And you willingly walked up and knocked on that door wanting that attention because you saw that she got attention off of it. You gave her attention off it and used that doc's information for your own show over and over again. The problem here is that none of us did that. None of us jumped to and said, oh, poor Uni, because you were lying from the jump. You were poking and then being dishonest about what you were doing. And you took your content to a completely different level that everybody else has avoided. That's why you are in the position you're in. Nobody else's fault but your own.
It's as simple as that goes. I still, though, hold to what I said, where if you are trying to lie and say that we weren't doxxed from the fucking PayPal message forward and that the posting of the family's private information, the other methods of contact to these family members and things like this are not.
Just because you say it's true will never make it true. You are not doxxed, period, point blank, end of story. I am so sick and tired of hearing this crybaby ass bitch say that he was doxxed. You weren't doxxed, Uni. You weren't. I've been nice to you. That's off because this whole end of this is about me and nothing but blatant lies.
Not, if you don't think that that's doxing and stalking, yes, you are supporting him. You're lying for him because it is. So, yeah, because it doesn't work on me. He thinks, well, here's what I'll do. I will stalk his girlfriend and I will pull everything I can about her. And then I will find people who she hasn't interacted with, whatever, how many years ago? What is it, 2023? And a lot of the stuff that happened would have been like the 2000s, early 2000s and shit. No joke, y'all. We're talking like early 2000s. And he's gone back, found people who was in her life for a couple years or whatever, right? And used like social media and whatever information that he could pull to stalk them, pursue them, and contact them. But I know Uni's a big liar. He lied the whole time and yada, yada.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to be supported, even though he supported literally every person on the face of the platform when they got doxxed and supported the living fuck out of them. Yeah, Uni doesn't need to be.
You used our docs, anything that happened to our real lives as content, you slimy little fuck. That's all you did. You didn't support anybody else. You tried to get a fundraiser going when CPS was called on me for no fucking reason. Nobody ever asked you to do that type of shit. Do you want us to really look at how you supported everybody? You used our real life situations and made it into content, you slimy little bastard. Sorry, gloves are off.
Supported while his family now is being stalked and contacted. That is factual.
Kelly.
No, it's not defamation. It is factual. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So let me go ahead and say it again for those that just came in real quick. And I got to get out of here because, again, all these things that are happening, you'll wonder, why haven't you been live, Uni? What have you been doing, Uni? Well, for the immature, childish creators out there who think that things like this happen in like 2 hours, it's actually a very long process, especially when I'm handling it, family members, not of mine.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. For once and all, shut up. Because you've been claiming that you were handling this since the 20th of April. You claimed that you made a phone call to law enforcement between the 20th and the 23rd. Do you forget about all those things? So you've been handling it, right, Uni, for over a month now. First of all, you are 43 fucking years old. Act like it.
But, hold on. Okay, thank you, kiddo.
God.
So the reason I'm letting you know what's going on real quick, I'm giving you an update.
Laura,
People who would have been in my girlfriend's life for a couple of years back in the early 2000s and shit, her children, the people who she's, like if they're related in some way to Rachel's ex-husband or something, are being stalked and communicated and contacted to by this motherfucker, this stalker of a motherfucker that claims he's not stalking. And that's what I've been handling for the last few days. Okay? So just so that there's an update, and I get it. There's a bunch of fucking creators out there who attacked me. And
you remember part 3? Criticism isn't an attack. His words.
and claim that I lied and shit. So fuck uni. And I get it. Been on YouTube for a while. I wouldn't expect any different from YouTube.
Oh yeah, you've got so much relevancy and so much power and influence on this platform. Isn't that what she claimed in part 3 also? Yeah, he sure did. Thank you, Cash. Let me find it. Hey, Am. Hey, y'all. This dude's lost it.
But it's not a lie. I have not lied.
Oh.
I will not. And this is a violation of our rights and privacy. And it is a violation of each person that he contacts and does this to.
Actually, he made you into a true crime case. And so therefore, if you take it from a true crime perspective, yeah, he's kind of walking a fine line. Do I agree with what JLR does? Absolutely not. We all saw it coming a mile away, though. That's the sad thing.
Could you fucking imagine someone that you fucking were around for 3 or 4 years back in 2000, whatever, 2001, who you haven't seen or talked to in years? Some you just barely might communicate here or there or something, very, very lightly, right? Someone that's like, I've had their own life ever since then. Rachel's had her own life. And this guy, in order to fucking try and get me, I guess, nervous or something, by the way, it's not working.
But yeah, you don't sound nervous at all. Even at one here, let's say you're at normal. You still sound nervous.
I'll tell you what we're going to do about this in just a second. It's not working.
Really?
JLR. Yeah. You fucking think you're an immovable object, and what you don't realize is you're not. But I am the immovable object or the unstoppable force in this analogy. I'm one of them.
You're an unstoppable force? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh my God. What?
Though you're under the impression that that's what you are when you're not. You're a keyboard warrior.
Hey, Angie. Hey, B.
You are someone who takes advantage of others.
Right.
Lies to people, puts on a fake persona just to get dollars out of their pocket. And you go around, and if anybody talks about you and what you do in public,
what is he doing?
You don't just go after them. You come in after me and my family. That's just you. I don't know. Like, imagine this. Rachel's not on the lawsuit, but her family has been contacted and told that she's being sued. He lied to them in this contact. Okay?
Okay. And you expected any different from him? A known liar. You poked at somebody that does this for fun. Everybody warned you. Everybody. And you had to be that one-upper. You were going to take it too far. You were going to be the one that made him remember all. You remember all the claims that we've watched over the last 3 episodes of him in 3 days, basically, of all the claims he was making that he was going to be the one to take him down. And he was the one that they were feeling the repercussions of the commentary, even though people have been calling it JLR out for years. Uni had to one up, and he was going to do it better than anybody else. Well, here's the response you got.
She's being sued or some shit. Right? But you're not, have you guys seen anybody criticizing JLR for this?
Yes.
Because I haven't been able to be on YouTube in the last couple days.
Agreed.
Too much is going on. I'm needed too much over here and over there on top of the kids being out of school, taking them where they got to go. Because right now, me and my son just dropped our kid off, and she's going to be busy.
Me and my son just dropped our kid off. Uni, stop. Just stop. All of this stuff. You are struggling to even adult, and it's always got to be a part of your story, and you're feel sorry for me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we all have responsibilities. We get it. You're preaching to the choir.
For a while, I can actually talk to you for a moment, but I do have to go. I'd love to do a quick YouTube stream to let people know what is going on after I go to Discord, because I haven't been in Discord at all.
Oh my God.
And, other than sharing a few links or maybe tagging somebody just to say hi or some shit or to joke with them. But
speaking of Discord, you sure have made a lot of lies about that Discord, haven't you, Uni? Starting with, I was a Discord diva, basically. I was so good at Discord. Hey.
Yeah, isn't it crazy, bro? Like, why is this happening? Not him doxing me, attacking me, coming at me.
Yep.
But he is victimizing the other people that he goes after in an attempt to get to me. Because, again, in his mind, I would imagine that he thinks he's going to get some secrets so that he can destroy the Unirock or some shit. When everybody knows you're like Mr. 1205 that's tried to do this, buddy.
Okay, but you claimed that right after the PayPal that you had contacted law enforcement, that you were getting an RO and filing police reports. So how has this all progressed to this level? If you were handling it like you should have, how did it progress to this level?
This is a normal step in the process of busting fraud raisers, scammers, con artists, and other internet, cons. This is a part of what these people do to try to protect their scam. If they're running a fraud raiser, if they are putting on a fake persona, if they're trying to hide the fact that they pimped out Sandy Hook for some money, whatever it was. This is what scammers do. This is how they operate. But what he doesn't realize is that you are just fucking yourself, JLR, over. You are. And you can play these fucking games and commit these crimes of stalking and lying and defaming, which is what you are doing.
Has JLR made a video on this whole subject? Anybody? Has JLR said a single thing on YouTube? I know he's been posting some on Twitter, but has he said a single thing on YouTube about Uni? Anybody? Because I have yet to see anything. So where is all this defamation and slander and lying that he's doing on Uni besides Twitter? Is that what he's talking about? Anybody? Because I feel like I'm missing something here. Because I'm not a fan of JLR, but I'm just not seeing what Uni's claiming is happening.
You can have this childish hissy fit, but I'm going to make you a promise, buddy. Everyone on YouTube is going to know that JLR Investigates is the same Jonathan Lee Riches from Sandy Hook. Whatever fit you throw will just be added into the lawsuit and the restraining orders. The people you go after, everything you do according to this is only going to ruin your life. I will move on to the next topic when I'm done. You are cringy, bro. Oh, I'm so scared of Uni. How scared of me do you have to be to...
I don't think anybody's scared of you, Uni. I hate to tell you that, but I really think you need to find peace within yourself because nobody's scared of you. You have shown everybody who you are, and there is nothing to fear from you. You are full of fucking hot air.
Stalk my girlfriend, right? And this is while you're being accused of stalking from Murdaugh and his fucking wife.
Oh, God.
And why am I live about this?
Totally different situation. That was in person. JLR was on location. That's not what's happening to Uni.
Here now. Well, number one, you all need to know what's happening. And number two, you need to know that those creators out there like Rabbit Hole and Nonsense and others who have attacked me over being doxxed. No, not the ones that criticize me over YouTube things.
I've attacked you. Oh, do you got an injury? Your Fifi's hurt? Bro, you haven't seen an attack. This is the internet. It ain't that serious.
But the ones that have attacked me, lying, trying to make it appear as if the dox didn't happen until 32 hours after the PayPal messages. So Uni lied when he told us about the PayPal messages, which means we can attack him. No, that's just you helping JLR, actually.
Oh, that's us helping JLR. Yeah, okay. Or just the fact that we're pointing out how many lies you've told from jump. And this just didn't start with the PayPals. Let me be clear here, because I think people are misreading this situation. I wasn't getting ready to expose Uni because of the PayPals. I was getting ready to expose Uni because Uni is a fucking jackass and is a liar, has been for years. This isn't something that just happened with the PayPals. This is who Uni is. Hate to say it, but you can go back and see the videos yourself. Go back and watch the video that Uni did of my CPS call or me being doxxed. Start there. You'll learn a lot about Uni.
Julie, it is you defending him because you don't like me. You're willing to take that side. You're willing to absolutely. Now, I don't know why AZ gets so sensitive when I say that, but that's just your update. And what I want you to be able to do is witness the community's response. Because again, that's the point.
Yes, be happy.
That's the point. You get to see who on YouTube is a lolcow and a backstabber. You get to see who is a stalker, JLR. Sorry, JLR. Not
Unfortunately, we haven't seen anything that JLR is a stalker either in this situation. Uni has shown no proof whatsoever, starting with the PayPals. He never showed the PayPals that started all of this BS. Then he lied about the letter that was actually a cease and desist, doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on that time and time again. Now he's claiming that he's being stalked and harassed and all these people are being contacted, which again, I probably lean to the fact that they probably are being contacted. But you lied and lied and lied and lied and lied and continued to. So
sorry, buddy, you can't get pissed at my commentary and then stalk my girlfriend's fucking entire life like you tried to do to me. You can't. It's a violation of privacy. It is against YouTube's terms of service. JLR, you have guaranteed absolutely everything you've done is being delivered to YouTube. Legal. Everything, dude.
Even though it didn't happen on YouTube, but okay.
With a demand for it to be analyzed against the terms of service.
Okay.
All the shit you do in the background to stalk my girlfriend, to stalk me, to stalk our kids, everything you do.
I can't.
We are archiving it, and we'll make sure that there is a strict demand legally for YouTube.
Archive this. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. Archive that. Put that in your arc.
To press their terms of service to me and you. Now, the cool thing about me is all I've been doing is taking the stalking you're doing to the family members, getting them to testify or to be part of this, and getting them to make sure that they can show what you've done.
But they were involved back on April 20th, 21st. You talked about them being involved, and they were so excited. These people need exposed. So why are you contacting them now and needing testimony? They've been involved all along, haven't they, Uni? You had to give all these updates to them. You had seen them just that day. You know, they were a part of this. They were supporting the fact that you were calling these people out. Where'd all that go? What happened to all that? What happened to the RO that you were getting back on the 20th, 21st of April? I mean, that was months ago. Feels like it out here. Feels like a year ago at this point. That was a month ago, over a month ago.
To my girlfriend's, people she used to hang out with 15, 16 years ago. And you have also done this to the children, because two of the people that he contacted literally have no relationship to us other than being parents, other than being people who...
This bullshit right here, this circle spin talk bull BS of being invasive about who he's actually contacting. Just say flat out, he contacted the kid's grandparents or something. Just hit it to the point and move it forward. This is why people don't put up with this bullshit.
I'm not going to give details, but they are only related to Rachel in any way because of her children.
Michael.
So what that means, JLR, is yes, you've been stalking the kids. Because he contacted those two people. Now, those two people are not her ex, okay? They aren't. You got me? The two people he contacted are not Rachel's ex or anything.
Okay, and?
So he contacted two people just because they have a relation to Rachel due to her kids.
No, what he's doing is contacting anybody to spin you in circles because it's working and you're biting on every bit of what he's doing. He's getting a reaction. You're playing his game. We all tried to tell you you were signing up and playing that game. And here you are playing the game.
So I know Uni's a liar. JLR isn't going after Uni's and Rachel's family. Yes, he is. The people out there who have claimed that we weren't doxxed from the beginning just are playing YouTube games. In any other situation, everybody would be out there supporting his target. Just like I did when I heard he targeted Dietz and ended up getting an innocent person. I defended them on my stream. I let them know if there's any way that you need assistance that we can help with, we're here, even though I don't think there is anything. I just want to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
We support the people that these people dox and target.
Yeah, Uni and his support. Yeah, totally.
How many people out there, how many YouTubers out there they could come at me with anything they want, any of my opinions, any of my content, but you're going to come at me over my family and myself being doxxed, stalked, and harassed. So just to make sure, because I know these creators are going to pull this fucking Twitter space.
Sure am.
And I know they're going to run to their channels and they're going to play it and they're just going to...
I didn't play it until now because he literally, when I was dropping part 3, as soon as I posted that part 3 was getting dropped, this happened 3 minutes later. He was trying to pull the views from watching part 3 to his sob story. That's what he did.
going to sit there and attack me back when they, right before we were docs, didn't do that stuff to us. It's almost like they are tragedy pimping out my family's docs to get some clicks over the quote unquote infighting it creates if people see them as someone that I used to have a positive relationship with.
Uni, I hate to let you know this, but I would get more views talking about the fucking wall than I am over you. You're not worth the views. In fact, it's actually a channel killer to talk about you because nobody cares. I hate to let you know that, but people really don't care and they're really sick of listening to you whine and cry. That's a fact.
Right? So I want to make sure to do one more thing. Let's pretend this was Julie Virgo and her husband. I know she's not married. This is theoretical. This would be akin to any one other YouTuber going out and doing a video and watching JLR's old videos and reading the articles that he has against him from the media. And because Julie's husband did that, JLR went after the husband.
That's not what you did, though. You took it way to a different level. And you brought up the children and the dolls and the other things time and time again, trying to get more of a reaction. You knew exactly what you were doing, and now you're crying about it.
And his entire family and the community still didn't give a fuck and didn't bother to call it doxing, call him out and go after him. Probably why he feels so fucking emboldened here, huh?
Gosh.
But that's not it. So after Julie's husband goes to a lawyer and answers the frivolous lawsuit and does everything that he has to do, after that, after some time goes by, it would be akin to JLR then going to Julie's 15-year past relationship.
Yo, shut up already. Y'all, this is so hard to listen to because all this shit happened. They contacted so many people around us. Kyle's phone, you guys saw the phone logs of his phone getting blown up. If you haven't, I'll show them again. Like, this is unfortunately what these people do. Is it right? No, but it's what they do.
And finding out anybody who is connected to that family and then contacting them to try to lie to them and say that Rachel somehow defamed somebody when she didn't even say anything. And
what's Rachel trying to be the next Benny Hinn?
You have to insert Virgo there. So what would I do? What would everyone in the community do if this happened to Virgo? We would support her, call out the doxer, right? Make sure that if we want to criticize Julie, we criticize her based on YouTube shit. We don't attack her over a doxing and a stalking and a harassment campaign. But how doesn't this happening not just prove that...
Look at him crying.
I didn't lie to y'all, number one.
You did lie to everybody, time and time again.
How does this not prove that what I've been saying about these people tragedy pimping the docs is true? Because even if you hate me, you should be able to do what I've always done when I don't like somebody like Molly or Betty or someone else, which is I'm against them being harassed and stalked and doxed. I am only for people making videos and putting out their opinion or talking about what happened. That's what I'm for. I'm against the other stuff. Looking up family members is stalking.
No, it's not.
Pursuing those family members to contact them is absolutely stalking. Lying and defaming my girlfriend to those family members to try and get me, I guess not to do the documentary on you, not to talk about.
Not to do the documentary on you. Do you really think that he's concerned about you doing a documentary? Uni. Come on now. Come on now. That's what I'm wondering, Amethyst. If and by the way, I don't think it's a basement. I think it's a shop with an apartment, potentially. I don't know. Kyle's been coming up with new things. He's like, shit, I could just put a bed in the shop and say that it's a home. Like, you never know. It could be a basement. It could be. He's so, oh God, this dude.
You, not to make sure all of YouTube knows that you're the Sandy Hook guy, right?
Everybody knows.
Where has the analysis gone? Why isn't the logic attached to the situation from these people?
Because we don't use uni logic. That's why.
Where is their outrage at someone, not just me being stalked and doxxed, not just Rachel, but her kids? How is that okay?
First of all, you're not showing proof of any of this happening, and you have lost all credibility. So ain't nobody going to take your fucking word for shit.
I didn't understand how it's okay to fucking attack me over being doxxed at all. You really...
You weren't doxxed, and you're a freaking liar.
You have to figure out who your friends are, though, somehow, don't you? Now, JLR could have probably won this whole battle, at least for a while, because he could have left the community attacking me over being doxxed and not pursued the rest of these people in the last few days. He could have done that. And then maybe people would have just keep attacking me over being doxxed, right? And it wouldn't, at least he would have the anti-uni brigade doing him his favors, you know, with that being the end of the story. But
Uni, you're not as important as you think. There isn't an anti-uni brigade. There's people like me who just don't fuck with people like you, period, point blank. You used me for months and months and months, and I finally got the slap in the face I needed to wake the hell up. That ship sailed. That's it. It's not an anti-uni thing. You just are a little low cow.
He couldn't help himself. Once he realized, holy fucking shit, uni paid a lawyer. Holy fucking shit, uni isn't just running away. That's when he went and attacked my girlfriend. And
if you paid an attorney, why didn't you have the paperwork delivered to your attorney? Because you have refused service. So if you had an attorney, like you claimed that they could have served your attorney, why haven't you gotten that information to JLR so your attorney can be served? That's stupid.
People from her distant past in order to try to harass and further the dox.
I don't, thankfully.
So, I don't know about you guys, but I've been highly entertained. I'm being sarcastic. I know I have to say that now, don't I? I've been highly entertained by watching these creators attack me for being doxxed and attacked and stalked. It's been entertaining watching them try so hard to turn the entire community against me.
What community are you talking about, Uni?
And it's been interesting and fun. And I can't wait to see them all go and continue to lie about this, continue to support JLR.
Nobody's supporting JLR.
Continue to just, oops, it was an accident, bro.
Oops, I did it again.
It's all been a giant accident. We just completely forgot to call out JLR for stalking you and your parents and family. And now, weeks later, stalking your girlfriend and people from her distant past.
You know, if you would have been honest in the start and not called it a dox and just said that they were, you know, harassing you, or they sent you a PayPal that said that, you would have gotten a lot of support. But you, being the dumbass that you are, had to lie and inflate and fabricate a bunch of shit. Thankfully, some of us caught on to what you were doing and started calling it out. We were starting to call it out before that even happened. That's also part of the reason why you doubled down, because you knew that there was an exposure coming on your ass.
Because again, pursuing them and communicating to them with the communication being a lie, because Rachel wasn't on the lawsuit. So telling people, reaching out to people from her distant past to tell them that Rachel's being sued for tens of thousands of dollars for defaming is defamation against Rachel. And it's done on purpose. I got good news, though.
Oh,
Rachel and I are getting married. And probably by the next time we sit down to have a good long...
So this is an engagement announcement, too? What? So let me guess, because you lied about the docs, is this going to be like a wedding registry thing that you need? Do you need help paying for an attorney? Just say that if that's the case. Like, why are we mixing in an engagement announcement here? Like, what? What is happening?
YouTube streak of streams, which will be after I handle a few more things related to this lawsuit, us being stalked and harassed, and his incessant, constant pursuit of my family and people that I know and their families, which is a factual, true statement now. And by the way, a lot of this just happened in the last 3 days, 2 days, okay?
So now it's finally true? Okay.
So I just want to make sure, to get ready for all those creators to go out and forget to mention how this is happening to me and forget to call out the person doing this to me, which goes against everything they've been doing on the platform for a long time, doesn't it?
So now we are just expected. We're expected. You need, I don't know, you shit. I don't know you a goddamn thing, period. You ruined that chance. You got away with using me for over 10 months, you punk ass little bitch.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because everybody was defending all of the people that were doxxed in Letitia, Broad Razor, and all the creators that were doxxed because of Betty or Molly or JLR. And I just told you, like Deets. And when he went after Queen, everybody supported them all just to watch them.
Because they were actually Queen was actually doxxed. They attempted to dox Deets, but got the wrong person. That was all done out front, Uni. There was none of this him and Han bullshit in the back. That's not the case.
All team up together after Heels in the Air told me that the Cliff community is going to come after you. And that YouTube comment I showed you. And I better watch out because they mean business and it's going to be ba 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 ba.
Where is this comment at? I need to know where this comment's at, that he was threatened. Thank you, Cash. Oh, we'll play country.
If you got the money, honey, I've got the time.
Homie done folded, right, Michael? Wow, what is happening here?
And I think, you know, the locale side of all of this is me looking at this and going, what, do you think I'm surprised? Do you think I'm shocked? Do you really think I haven't been through this a million times? Do you think I was lying about that? When I do have other channels, they're big. They are known for what they did.
I think he's so impressed by this channel, the bigger channel numbers and stuff. Uni, you're really stuck on that, like, this. I have so many questions.
Videos out there all over the place when people have attacked me in the past. Still up on their channels. But somehow Uni's just a big liar. You know?
Oh, Amethyst. Good thinking. I didn't even think about that. You might be right. That definitely could be what they're trying to avoid. Thank you for becoming a member, Nana Tiddler. Welcome to the cabana.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got
Miss Pris, that's the one thing I was wondering too. Yeah, there's something with that they're trying to.
Big fucking lie. I wonder what you got to do.
Good thought,
Like,
though.
you know what I'm saying? What do you got to do to get a community that called out doxing, even when their enemies were doxed, and defended against the terms of service violation, privacy violation, law violations against another person, but doing wrong to those people, was called out by the entire community? What do you got to do to get that community to completely ignore what you're doing and to lie on the person that you're stalking? Like, what kind of deal is made? Is it money?
Oh, now we've made deals with the devil. Oh, here we go. I'm sure. Yep. JLR is paying us to do this. Oh my God.
Is it just because, is it like a hatred that you all, I'm fascinated.
It's not personal, Uni. You're just a dumbass on the internet. That's it. You just became your biggest fan, Molly. Like, you literally are doing the same type of shit we expect out of them, but you've been doing all of it.
To be able to document all of this for all of you. I am, truly. Anyway, I think that's about it. So I could choose to go to YouTube tonight, let everybody know. But you know what? I'm not going to.
Chris.
I'm not going to. I don't think it matters anymore. You know? Because I guess we just mistook a large number of creators that were out there. It seems as if they weren't calling out people for doing wrong to others. It seems as if they were just aligned to a certain side. And when that side benefited them, they act one way. And if it benefits them to attack that side, then they'll do that. It's all.
Oh my God, no, Uni, there's no side. This is right versus wrong. What you did was fucked up. You've lied. That's why you got called out. You have a history of doing this time and time again. Hence the email that I brought up with the L situation that started World War III out here. All I was trying to point out was the fact that Uni says at one point in time, he's got evidence that this person did this, this, and this. And then as soon as you upset Uni or go against something that Uni says, it's a very personal attack and then everything. Granted, I would take Nate's word over everybody else's. Anybody else's out here, especially with that situation. But this is a historical thing with you, Uni. You lie. You claim you have evidence of these things, and then you expect people to believe you when you do this type of shit all the time. You never go back and correct things. You're never wrong. Everybody else is the problem, but Uni all the time.
All just a big groupthink. When you're acting on lies that other people tell, you refuse to acknowledge the evidence and explain your position against the evidence. And you all choose to do that.
What evidence? What evidence?
At the same time. That's called the groupthink. Anyway, that's what built Molly to where she was when she got banned. It's what's helped JLR. Excuse me. Damn, that lemonade's good, but it gives me the hiccups.
That's not a hiccup.
I mean, I want more.
Dumbass.
It's not going to help my hiccups, but I want more.
Ugh,
For those of you that like chilling with me online,
he is developmentally stunted. I really believe.
I haven't been ignoring you. I haven't been diddle-daddling or whatever. Again, not just me, not just my family, not just an ex from my past and others from my past were doxxed, targeted, harassed, contacted, all of these things. It didn't just happen to me, because the last couple days has been me dealing with JLR after realizing that I do have a lawyer and that this will turn out very bad for him, has decided to take it to stalking and doxing level 98.
Wow.
Really, one of the only other things that this man could do is come here and try to follow me around or try to follow my family around in person.
Is that what he's encouraging him to do? Because he's trying to compare his situation to the Buster, Murdaugh, all that stuff.
He's gone through that point. That's as far as he's gone. Because he just took a woman who did not talk about these things, a woman who did not defame, a woman who did not speak and give the opinion.
Oh, so now we're supposed to care because JLR is going after your girlfriend, but you didn't give a fucking shit when you threw all of the other women, us, me and my family, when you started accusing people, Queen Bee, when she got doxxed by JLR, all of these other women, you didn't have a problem using us for content, but now we're supposed to give a shit because your loudmouth ass girlfriend, who's a dumb twit, got something done to her. Buckle up. It's been done to the rest of us. You used it for content on the rest of us. I have no give a fuck left for you, Uni.
And that woman who is not on the lawsuit has had her family, distant past relationships that she's had, contacted. But the main thing is he tried to contact people whose only relation to her is through her children. So thus, contacting them, which he did, by the way, contacting them is targeting the children. Just so y'all know. And that's why we have had to, take things chill.
Contacting them is contacting the children. Uni, your circle talk is not working.
And seriously, while we handle making sure that he doesn't get away with any of this, because that has been the whole point the whole time. Right? I mean, that is the point of documenting these things that happen. And we just have a lot of fun when we're documenting Molly having a big party and giving a person at the party some stuff that makes them act crazy, and then seeing all of it unfold in front of us. It's fun when, we're sitting there criticizing that kind of reaction, right? And
that's fun to you. It's fun to you watching somebody struggle with addiction. That's fun to you watching somebody at their weakest moments, because at the end of the day, yeah, there's some laughs of how horrible she is, but there's a real serious situation out here with addiction and mental illness. And that's fucked up that you think it's fun to watch all these people destroy their lives. At the end of the day, Molly burnt her channel down. Molly's a cow on her own. It is what it is. But it's not fun to call these people out, because these people have affected real victims and real tragedies. That's not fun to most of us.
I guess, I can't really complain, because there were a few people out there who had the choice to support me being doxxed, threatened, and harassed, but instead targeted me with that happening.
Oh, somebody got a baba. I mean, Jesus, Uni, stop.
And went out to attack publicly and, rally with others publicly, while the person on the screen isn't criticized for a single lie that comes out of their mouth when they lie every minute and a half.
He's talking about me. I guess I've lied every minute and a half. Can you guys track it, please? Can you guys keep up with my lies? Come on, people.
Right? I'm being put on a cross, and people are saying, we think he told 2 lies, crucify him. And instead of them going, well, hold on, let's wait and see.
Did this fool just compare himself to Jesus Christ? He just said he's been put on a cross. This has got to be a joke. Okay, where's Ashton Kutcher? When's he going to come out and say you're all being punked? Like this? What, dude? What?
Not only if he actually did that, let's wait and see what actually is happening here and get the facts. And then maybe we'll actually look at you that's trying to nail him up on that cross right now and ask ourselves if you're telling us the truth about him or not. They didn't do that. They said,
oh, nailed up. Oh my.
That okay,
God.
Nail his ass.
This is why I can't.
That's what they did.
Him.
That is a fact. Okay.
Doesn't this mofo claim to be an atheist? Didn't he claim to be an atheist before, now needing the new shtick of the faith manipulation that they've been doing? By the way, Uni, you've been doing that for months. That's how you guys try to get interviews with people. You use faith manipulation time and time again. Yeah, you're a punk ass little bitch.
So
is your girlfriend.
I can only expect more entertainment for that little group. I can only expect them to go live and say, I wonder what Uni did while his girlfriend and distant people from her past had been contacted, stalked, and doxxed, and pursued. I wonder what Uni did while that was happening, because if Uni did something and we think it's not right, we're going to get up, and instead of calling out these people for doing this to Uni, we're going to attack him. We're going to attack him. So, this little soap opera, this days of our live streams, these nights of our live streams, man, did they turn into one insane story, didn't they? Though, I will go ahead
Oh my God, he says though so much.
and close off my commentary on that and move on just to talk to the few of you that are here really quick. And then I'll probably jump in Discord for like 5 minutes or something. So I don't know. I just basically want to say hi to some of my friends and let them know what I'm about to let you know, but a little more detail in Discord. Anyway, though, Rachel and I are going to be married very soon. We're not going to make a spectacle about it or really do anything because
Congrats. Okay.
we're being stalked and harassed.
Oh. So now you guys can't have a wedding because you're being stalked and harassed. Is that what's going to happen here? Oh my God. What?
Family members of ours are being stalked and harassed. And more than likely, if the person who's doing it could find out, any other person out there that I am even around for 2 seconds or have been around in my past for more than 6 seconds, they will be contacted and lied to also. I just want to make sure JLR knows we have all of it, buddy. We got it all. We have everything you did. And we will have everything you do. Okay? Also, this isn't just going to be civil.
How can they prove that it's JLR behind all this stuff anyways? Like, do they have absolute proof? That's the problem, is he's just regurgitating a bunch of babble and there is nothing. Yeah, this is just, there is nothing that shows that any of this is even happening.
My dude. I don't know if you haven't realized that by now.
Uni's missing the point.
I know, it probably seemed fun when you were doing it. I feel in my stomach the desperate need to target this person, but I just can't figure out how. So I'm just going to get his girlfriend's 15-year-old friend and people who only are related to her in any way because of her children. And I'm going to go and I'm going to contact them and harass them. And I'm not a stalker. I'm not weird. I'm not a bad guy. I just have to do these things, man. I know it might not seem like a good idea after it, but it felt like the right thing to do when I was doing it. Right, JLR? That's funny. Fucking hilarious that these are the lengths that people will go to protect the cash flow of YouTube and social media. Because again, that's all that matters to them.
What?
It's why
The cash flow of YouTube? What, Uni?
the need exists to do it. Well, you've looked at all the fraud raisers that we've busted. I don't even know how to put a number on it. 18, 22, I don't know.
Oh, of course, he's got to throw 18 in there. Uni, I haven't seen anything that you've actually busted besides your head on a wall or something, because this ain't normal behavior, period. That's it. I don't know what's going on with you, but somebody needs to give a shit enough about you to tell you it's time to get help. This is not okay. This is not cool. You're only making situations worse for yourself. You are spinning down a road that you're not going to be able to come back from, and that's on you, nobody else.
Every one of those, we sat and looked at each other and said, why even do this? It seems, one of the things that we always ask ourselves is put ourselves in the shoes of the person running the fraud raiser. How do they make a decision to get to that point when they could just go live, make videos, and have an audience of however many subs they have, watch them? But instead, I asked myself this about Molly, about Betty, about JLR. They are really a force of evil. They really, really are. A complete force of evil. They are motivated by jealousy, greed. They're motivated by the need. If somebody hurts their ego, there's a need that's born in them.
And good question. Also, I don't think that would happen because they wouldn't be going to his house to do those checks, if you get what I'm saying.
To attempt any measure to make the person that hurt their ego pay, right? Well, you hurt my fifis and my thin skin, and I'm going to try to make you pay. And because I can't, I'll just go as far back, doxing and contacting people from your girlfriend's life. That is absolutely stalking.
Kathy, what I was saying was Uni first took the stance with the L email that it was factual because he was buddies with Steve and Elle at the time. Within 3 days, Uni changed up his whole story and then said it was fake and yada, yada, yada. That's what I was getting at with that. The email has nothing to fucking do with this. And people are stuck on the stupidest points of this to try and skirt over all the other bullshit that's gone on. There is so much misinformation that's been put out here. It's ridiculous.
It's even beyond harassment and doxing.
Hey,
Each
Revival.
person that was contacted has told us that they have been harassed. We've heard this straight from them. They think it's ridiculous. They find it creepy and weird and stalkery, the entire thing. Well, outside of us talking about what we talk about online, because again, that's the reason we talk about it, because these stories are so extreme and they're hiding in plain sight.
No, Kathy, I'm not talking about anything with you. Nothing with you. Nothing with your content. Nothing. I don't even know what you did about the email, anything. I was making a point, and that point has been completely missed, and I'm so sick of it. And going back and hearing what I actually said, yeah, a lot of people can go get effed.
Why are you showing me this? I don't want to see it. What is it, though? It's what was sent or something? Okay. I don't need to see that, honey. Again.
I don't need to see that again.
And another one. And another one. I would almost, if I was live.
So he says, I don't need to see that again, like he's already seen it. And then he says, oh, and another one, and another one.
If you were logically to ask me, Uni, be really truthful with me, do you think that he is literally right now stalking and harassing people related to you or your girlfriend or family members? Yes, right now, as I talk. I was just shown another while I'm talking to you. So this is how he plans to answer me just being honest with y'all.
So again, he's telling us that this is happening, but there's no proof.
Again, I'm not allowed to, remember? The only way I'm allowed to be recognized is if people are attacking me or calling me a liar or something while I'm being doxxed, threatened, stalked, and while family members of mine are. So, yeah, as we speak, it's happening. This motherfucker is literally just sitting there, or whoever it is that's helping him is sitting there.
Rockabit, I love that you just used your little members thing for that. Thanks for being a member for these months, though. I appreciate you.
And trying everything they can. And again, I read the shit and I'm like, but you're not even on the fucking lawsuit. You didn't even say a word. There are people on this lawsuit who aren't even distantly related to UniRock, the business, or ourselves right now. You know? People that I might see or talk to as you would any family member that is really busy or always has things going on and is always working and shit like that. So it's not this, it's so weird thinking that, you know.
Hold on, isn't it his parents that are listed on the lawsuit with him?
They would go that far because it doesn't do anything but harm him. It doesn't do anything but hurt him. All it does is stack up proof after proof after proof after proof after proof that all of this has been to dox and harass, as I said from the beginning. The letter, remember the letter? It is equally as threatening as the rest of these things that he's doing.
It's equally as threatening. The cease and desist is equally as threatening. Oh my God. This is a joke.
All of it is equally as threatening, is equally as harassment towards each person he does it to.
So in other words, it's not threatening at all because a cease and desist was not threatening. It's a legal way of letting somebody know that if they don't stop their behaviors, you plan on suing them. That's the way you handle things of this nature. So it wasn't threatening at all. So comparing what's happening to you now is basically saying that that's not threatening at all either. Okay, gotcha.
The instant response from all of them, hand on the Bible, is that it freaks them out. It's creepy. It's weird. It's wrong. They think, how did this person even go and take someone that's not on the channel and dox their whole life so that they could reach out to a person from their distant past and send them stuff and talk and try to talk to them and all this garbage?
Oh my God, dude. She is the producer of your channel. You announced that time and time again. You put her in that situation of saying she potentially could be the channel owner. She's your Discord owner, isn't she? So therefore, there would be reason to probably include her in the lawsuit. Again, you have told him all of these things out front. You have given him all of this information yourself. And then as soon as it's done, you cry.
It is. Could you just imagine if it was one of you? Oh, I know that's a big thing to ask these YouTubers to put themselves in my shoes. They will not do that.
Shut the fuck up.
But the problem is, AZ has been in my shoes. I remember when
all of us have, you dumbass.
That fucking rape pig.
Well, not all of us. A lot of us in this sector have.
Pig went after her and her kid and where her kid went to school and her family. So to see her act so insanely motivated by nothing more than just internet propaganda, it really kind of jogs you a little bit and says, yeah, these people do not care about evidence. They don't care about facts. They are here for whatever drama is generated from this.
But on the 23rd of April, he was singing AZ's praises in his stream, talking about how factual she is. And she provides facts and receipts of everything. As soon as she called Uni out, that sure as hell changed, huh?
And that's sad because I won't succumb to that. But the thing is, once certain members of the community do, then it basically shows that, you know, the power of disinformation, lies, doxing, constant echo chamber, systematic, precise lies over very specific details of something will affect even smart people's minds for a bit. You know, I'm just waiting to see. I would love to know what y'all think.
We're just being affected. There's got to be something in the atmosphere.
Do you think that they're finally going to call him out? Or do you think they're just going to keep helping him dox my family by spreading around their addresses and names and shit like that?
So how are we helping him? Because just for the record, I haven't shown the cease and desist. I haven't shown anything of the bullshit with the lawsuit. I haven't showed any documentation on anything at all. We haven't even gotten there in what I'm doing. But yet you claim that we're helping him by doing all this stuff. Okay, point it out, Uni. Show us.
I think they're going to keep helping him out.
Punk.
Just so they know, though, again, you're all fucking locals that are doing this. Fact. Well, Uni, you're taking this seriously. Well, no shit, I have to. A local is someone that takes the internet so seriously while just completely getting things wrong, completely doing things for some weird motivation. I don't have to go into it.
He just defined himself.
But they also don't handle real issues in a real way.
Oh, yeah. That's like you claiming that you, I'll get to that in part 4. There's a lot in part 4 that's enlightening. And I am pissed at a lot of fucking people now.
It's a two-sided coin. You guys know this.
That's the truth.
But yeah, so it's not going to stop anything that I'm doing. It's not going to change anything that I'm doing.
Oh, that's lovely that it's not. Peace. Cash is trying to make it true. Uni calls me the biggest grifter on YouTube, so Cash is about to make it true. He's like, I got this. Thank you so much, Peace. I appreciate you.
Party all night, where we going, what we doing? House super clean, fridge on full.
Oh, by the way, I also found the exact part about the purge too. That was really fun to listen to. Cash, you're out of control today. I love it. Thank you again. Hold on, let me find a different one. I need new buttons. I think I gotta do a lot of new stuff. Thank you. Am, that's all I hear. Just waiting.
All it's doing is adding to the story. JLR. All it's doing is adding to the story.
Y'all. Thank you, Helen. You know what the funny thing is I could dox so many people too in my chat because I know who these people are and I would never do that ever. Let me find a new one. Oh, here. Thank you. Okay, let's go back to it. You guys are out of control today.
And it'll be a public story. So if you know I am already responding to you, you know I have a lawyer. What do you think it's going to do to stop these people? Well, it'll intimidate Uni a little bit. No. Well, it'll teach him a lesson. No, actually, no. Well, it might help me in the long run. No, it's just going to harm you in the long run. All that it does is prove that I was right the entire time.
Oh, okay.
I was right to put my family first, their safety first, and handle it the right way. And I was right to give limited information in the beginning. I was right not to let people lull me into giving them details if I didn't want to. Because yes, this whole time, what he's doing now.
Wait, did he just literally said he felt what? That he didn't give detail? Wait, hold on. We got to go back a second.
JLR, all it's doing is adding to the story. And it'll be a public story.
Fictional.
So if you know I am already responding to you, you know I have a lawyer. What do you think it's going to do to stop these people? Well, it'll intimidate Uni a little bit. No. Well, it'll teach him a lesson. No, actually, no. Well, it might help me in the long run. No, it's just going to harm you in the long run. All that it does is prove that I was right the entire time. I was right to put my family first, their safety first, and handle it the right way. And I was right to give limited information in the beginning.
Shut the fuck up because you put your family in this, you little Weasley bastard. You walked your family into this and they should be pissed at you because your ego overrode your ass. You put your family in this, you selfish asshole. You didn't have enough brain to stop If you really cared about your family, you would have never lied about this. You would have never tried to twist it for content. You are such a Weasley. Little grimy slime ball. Ugh. That pisses me off because he's done this to his family. He put his family's information out there. He outed his... Oh, my God.
I was right not to let people lull me into giving them details if I didn't want to. Because, yes.
Nobody asked you for the details you did provide, you dumbass.
This whole time, what he's doing now, and I'm going to say it again so that the people in the back hear this shit. Because there's not many of them that need to hear it. There really isn't. What, 20, 40 people that need to hear it? It's not that much, y'all.
Oh, there's only 20 or 40 of us that disagree with Uni. Uni, wake the fuck up. It's about time. Because this road you're traveling on isn't going to get any easier.
But just so they can hear this, the things that I am describing to you now have been happening ever since the first PayPal messages, where he revealed to me that he had doxed family members and pursued them. And that is a fact.
He didn't dox your family members. He let you know that he knew the names of your family members. It was an intimidation tactic.
The weird background things, as I said from the very beginning, have been happening since the beginning.
But there's no proof of this shit. Cool.
This is not something that just happened now or yesterday or 2 days ago. There was just part of it that happened now, yesterday, and 2 days ago. From the minute we got the PayPal message, they've been doing this. And
They. Who's they?
don't care if you're going to keep going live, Julie or T-Spiracy or whoever, and keep lying to your audience, telling them that that isn't true. You do realize this is a public lawsuit, don't you? Okay.
You do realize that your own words prove that you've lied.
Okay, good.
Dumbass.
Ever since the beginning, ever since the PayPal messages. My family was, just to give you a little bit of details, my family was pursued from the very start up until, I don't know. I really do think it was when he realized that I have a lawyer. And then when he realized that, he went more underground for a couple of days, and it's almost like he just couldn't help himself. And then he started going down Rachel's entire life.
But you claimed that just a second ago that this has been happening nonstop. Now he went underground for a while, and then he just resurfaced. What is this, Uni? Can you make up your mind of what this actually is? Because you are contradicting yourself within the same breath once again.
To the point where he stopped after attempting to mess with her and her kids. Factually, he knew he was trying to do that. That was his intent. Or there is no other intent in those certain people that were contacted and harassed and lied to. There's no other intent. They don't contain any other intent. That's all the intent that it contains there.
Oh my God.
I think I've said enough for a nice little update. Let the fucking YouTube lies roll. Actually, I'm wrong, because I do have a gut feeling that right around this time in the story, when they have such, every time they attack me over this, they have a harder time convincing people that we weren't doxxed from the beginning, like I said from the beginning.
If anybody thinks that you were doxxed, they've clearly drank the Kool-Aid.
They have a harder time addressing that. People in the chat have figured this out and started to present this to people when they bring up these topics. And they seem, I'm telling you, what are they going to do? The people who led the charge against me for being doxxed and attacked and harassed and stalked. What are they going to do? The ones that led the charge, the ones that were like the key in the propaganda, I think they're just going to drop it.
You haven't even got to the fun parts yet. I ain't dropping shit. Part 4 is going to be a lot of Becky going at a lot of people, because a lot of you showed me who you were with the bullshit, picking the community while sitting back and watching everybody lie on me time and time again, using my own words, twisting them. Very people that I thought were on my side at one time. Yeah, it's going to be enlightening. This ain't stopping. This train's just starting. Choo choo. By the way, again, if you really feel that you have some big cojones, Kyle said, name the time, name the place. It's got to be around his work schedule, because he actually has a job, though. But he'll debate you on any topic that you want. Any day. I'll be sitting there to help him with a computer start, but I won't even say anything.
I think they're going to just stretch it. Once they realize, fuck, we're going to have to defend him. Fuck, we're going to have to agree with him. No, that'll actually maybe there's a couple viewers in my audience that if I just stop talking about it, they'll just save it in their head as if this is the end of this.
I don't know you anything, and I don't know anybody else a goddamn thing on this internet. Let's get that clear. I don't have to defend you, especially when you have used me for 11 months and been nothing but disrespectful to me time and time again. And I gave you and people around you way too many chances to get your shit straight.
Story. Yeah. Seriously, that's the intent. The intent of all of that bullshit towards me, over me and my family being doxxed and harassed, was basically to drive a narrative to you or anyone that would listen that
Laura, probably Wednesday.
we were it's the dumbest narrative ever. I have it though,
Magic.
completely laid out because I have to in order to respond. You know this. So here's what's up. They were trying to convince people that Uni lied in the beginning. Yes, he was eventually, days later, completely hard doxed, harassed, stalked, and attacked.
K-Town, he's given it his full legal name in almost every video recently. Not everyone, but I've gone through 3 or 4 different videos where he gives out his full name. He'd been doing it for months.
But in the very beginning of it, when he first came and told us, he wasn't. And because of that, we are in the moral high ground attacking him over being doxxed and silenced and, intimidated.
You haven't been silent yet.
Having his summer fucking occupied with this whole thing, right? We're on the moral high ground because if Uni did lie in the very beginning, then it means that we're good to attack him forever on this. And once I realized that I had come out and defended myself with proof that I didn't lie in the beginning, that they had cherry picked in the beginning, didn't get an apology, didn't get any type of, oh shit, we were wrong, but you know what, we're still going to attack Uni, but we were wrong about that. They
This motherfucker thinks he's owed an apology. I can't.
just moved the goalpost. Now they're mad about the next thing. And it became, at the point where I stopped tracking it, it was just a jumble. Each one of them that would attack me over being doxxed like this would move the goalpost and move the goalpost and move the goalpost until it was in this really vague area. And you guys can just go back and watch them do it from the beginning now, like I've been doing. Like I've been showing you guys, that's what I have to do. Look from the beginning to now.
Oh yeah, you have been watching anything. That's what you've been doing, and you've been hearing what's actually been said. Right.
If you want to check me on this, that is exactly what you'll see. That's
This is the first one where I'm actually cussing you out.
exactly what you'll see. So again, once this dies down, if someone out there actually looked at the facts and did some good commentary on it, I'll talk about all that later, because my main thing right now is making sure that I've documented everything that happened here honestly and truthfully so that I can lay it down for everybody at the end.
Oh yeah, you have documented it so well. I can't wait to see this arc. I'm so excited. When's the documentary gonna drop, Uni?
Because it's a very
An asshole.
interesting little social example of what liars, manipulators, con artists, it just works into that space, which is a space all of us have been interested in, since I started on this platform in 2015.
Oh, now it's 2015.
Regularly uploading. It was always about a fake UFO video that someone was making $100,000 off of due to it going massively viral. It was always due to later on these people not being able to make as much money, so now they're running fundraisers and raffles for telescopes and all this garbage every freaking 3 months and all this stuff. And it eventually just worked and worked and worked until the crowdsourced criminals playlist now becomes, the main focus, because there is so much of it out there. Every single community has a group of people who have put on the mask that they're in that community so that they can work a profit. And it's weird. I've seen this happen with doxers, manipulators, liars, conspiracy theorists, people like that. Political actors also typically go down that route, and we've busted several political actors on the platform.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you busted a lot.
Long ago. But the point I'm making is that with these certain demonetized subjects, the con has moved.
Demonetized subjects. So we're all doing this because we're making money off of it, right? You know how in the entrance of every one of Uni's videos, he makes some big, oh my God, we're in the yellow again. Why can't it just be green? Y'all, it's going to be demonetized again because I'm saying this. Can you drop my links? Can you do this? Can you do that? But now he's saying that it's demonetized content because you're using the terms, the words, all of those things that YouTube doesn't like. But we're doing it for money, right?
Into these other spaces until it became a few people, like I'm talking about Molly and others, not hiding in plain sight. They would even pull other true crime channels who had really no clue what was going on, and they would end up interacting when that channel, if they knew that Molly was doxing and attacking people and doing the things that we end up finding out she was doing, they would never have given an interaction with her ever. And now, because many communities, you'll go into a community like with this true crime bullshit, and they have that focus for true crime that the YouTubers are pretty lucky in that realm. It reminds me of Tim Pool, okay?
Oh my God.
Most of you may know who he is. You probably don't know what happened with Tim Pool. That'll be its own video someday, because it is intriguing how he ended up getting to where he is. But it reminds me of him because he can just go out and scan the news, and he knows what kind of news stories and news articles this group of people is going to want to hear about. And he brings it to him, right? Never liked the guy myself, but a lot of people follow him, and he does his weird if you want to fucking have a laugh, search Tim Pool music, because I don't know if everyone knows what he looks like, and this isn't an insult, I think he looks like a normal average guy that doesn't have that much of a drive, doesn't have that much of a, you know, whatever. And his music
Pot, meat, kettle.
literally is the personification of him. Anyway, though, Tim Pool goes out and he's lucky. He pulls topics, right? And brings them to his audience and gets hundreds of thousands of views and all this stuff. That happens because they want to hear about this, you know, specific timeline of events that he's covering. And that benefit is in the true crime system. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to be good. You don't have to be a live streamer, which, you know, you have to keep people's attention and shit. You don't have to do that with uploading true crime videos. You have to have other skills. And the content is pretty much delivered to you by the news media on a platter, right? So you can't expect, and I know I'm kind of working this point out, but you have to give me a second. I just ate and drank that lemonade. I got little hiccups going on, y'all. Every hiccup restarts my brainstem.
It's not a fucking hiccup, you dumbass. It's just a burp. You got some indigestion. God.
A little bit back on, like it takes me back 3 seconds. I hiccup and then I say this. I repeat the same 3 words after the hiccup to get going again. It's funny. If you were in my brain, you'd be laughing too. Thank God no one else is. No, but you can't expect them to be good at determining who in their community is kind of faking it out and conning people, you know? So unfortunately, they have, you know, it's very mind-blowing in the end because you've got, and it pisses me off that I can't walk and talk to you guys. I'm going to go somewhere so that I freaking can. Hate it. I'm restricted. I don't like, I mean, that's the whole point of using Periscope or Twitter Spaces to talk to you guys is that I can walk. It's the whole fucking point. If I can't walk while doing it, I might as well sit at the computer. I was making the point, like Tim Pool, these YouTubers have the content kind of spread out in front of them. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing or putting them down. I'm describing what they do, okay? Because I do the same thing. I go out and look all around the internet. I've got specific stuff that I like to cover or talk about if it gets my attention. And everyone's like that. It's just certain genres that the news media supplies. They have kind of a head because the news media is putting it out like right away. It's in everybody's face. That's the point I was making. And because they're doing that, they're not going to be able to differentiate who it is that's wearing a mask, trying to slide into that community with some other intention, a hidden intention, because that's what, of course, the demon identity is.
Oh, the demon identities are coming out. Here comes Uni. Get the holy water out.
It is a hidden intention someone carries into a community by putting on 2 faces. They cover them there. They cover what it is their real intention is with this kind of smiling face, and they look at the people that are getting attention right now and they try to emulate them. And they do try to buddy up. People that wear masks do try to kind of put their tentacles out there a little bit. You know, they don't just try to shout people out. They don't just try to give other people attention if they think they're doing a good job. They literally are trying to work with them and instruct them and tell them who they can and can't work with and all this garbage. And that's why these communities, when you find that person wearing the mask in there.
Kind of like what you did when you came into this and tried to spin your narrative on all of the people that you had a past with, and everybody just, you know, kind of ran with it because people believed you, even though you weren't being truthful on everything that you said. That kind of thing. Yeah. Gotcha.
If they're a drama community, these people do have success to a small degree in the beginning. They really do, because they have fooled other people pretty intently, very intently. So they've known the whole time from square one what they want. They know how to love bomb, right? They know how to lie.
Think about what he's saying.
And attack other people. They most likely have been sitting there that whole time they were wearing the mask, calculating. Okay, this is what I can go in on. This is what I can do. If you really do stop and pull yourself away from that for people that are caught up, and you actually do what you're supposed to do, which is slow down and think about it and compare it to evidence, you realize very quickly, like, yeah, this is stupid as fuck. Though, again, we were dealing with a Molly Go Lightly community. The people that were with Molly, many of them knew she was doxing people and helped her.
I bet he feels exhausted after this.
Went and sent messages with her. And when people have that tentacle out there, as we've seen in every other story we've covered, if you recall the lobster tentacles that went out, the people that were caught by that were all hooked with a reward system. Come on, you're going to want some money. Come on, you're going to want some attention. Come on, you're going to want your ego stroked, right? I can give you something.
What?
I mean, when you have a mask you can put on, that is a channel that you took from someone else, and you have a clout mask, you can imagine the kind of damage you can do.
Think about this. These are grown men who have carried their little problematic history against each other for years on the internet. Think about that. Think about that, y'all. That's a problem.
And we've seen that happen. But in this community, the people that were kind of sliding around doing this little plotting and attacking, they were people who, for whatever reason, I bet if we look back and said, what is it that made them initially have an issue with Molly? And I'm just talking about people like Heels or Rabbit or something. You know, it's going to be, in my opinion, that they were never criticizing because of the truth, or criticizing because of
I
like the
know.
damage that's happening to others, or the wrong that's being done. You know, when you see criticism that goes against evidence, or not criticism, when you see attacks that go against evidence, you really do have to understand that it's for a different purpose. Obviously, there's an intentional purpose behind it. And we watched all of this unfold to the
He's lost his own plot.
point where the masterminds of these little systems that are there are very much in front of all of us. They did a horrible job hiding it, you know. And one of the reasons was when Heels was first threatening me that she was going to turn clip channels against me, those were comments that she put on my fucking channel and shit.
Oh my God.
They're pretty upfront, you know. Like Nonsense was pretty upfront to tell everybody that she knew she was lying and putting out misinformation.
Tell me I hurt your fifis without telling me I hurt your fifis. Uni, I used your own fucking words. Isn't that ironic that I went back and found a video of you saying those exact words and used it against you, and this is the reaction I've got? Yeah, okay. How many videos did you or little cronies make of me lying on you? Yeah, it was a fucking intentional. Absolutely, it was intentional to use your own words. I wasn't lying. I was using your own statements, you dumbass.
But it was done so that she could accomplish whatever she wanted to accomplish. You know, that's pretty bold. That's a very I don't give a fuck attitude when it comes to.
You're right. You're abso-fucking-lutely right. I am done giving a shit about what everybody else everybody else's feelings, everybody else's concern, everybody else's this, that, and the other thing. Meanwhile, I've been shit on by community after community after community, creator after creator after creator. Don't say anything. I just keep moving. But this time I did speak up. This time I did say, game on, let's go. Because you've used me for 10 fucking months, you little prick. But let's let you continue.
You know, whether you're a shitty person or not, that's what got Molly where she is, y'all.
Oh yeah, I'm the next mold.
Though they did open my mind a little bit. I won't say it's true for the science community. I still stick with where I was in the science community, which was like every 8 people that are there, one of them is like a really good person. It was like 1 in 8. I might have said 12. I might have said 6. It's been so fucking long.
Fit and Curvy, thank you so much. We need a music break. Thank you again. This is just crazy. Crazy. What the hell?
But what I have kind of noticed that in these kind of drama communities, it's more like 1 in 5,000 or something, or 10,000, which is incredible. You know, it makes sense because you go in because you're upset about the Dre situation, right? You subscribe to Molly because you think whatever she's saying at that time is true. Once you find out you've been lied to, you fuck off. You close the video. Sometimes you remember to unsub. The majority of people close the video and go watch something else and it's over. Okay. Now, the reason why I think we're looking at such a high number in the Molly aftermath community of people that are okay supporting liars or okay supporting people like Nonsense threatening that basically, well, she admitted that she's seeked out Uni's information and shit, which, you know, that was my criticism against her, was that she was a doxer where she came from and thrown out of a community for doing it and being.
Uni, put your big boy panties on, because I've never been kicked out of any community on Facebook. Never. Not once. Never part of anything. I've always been a loner. You are so wrong, because the people that I've hung around with on Facebook, I still hang around with today. Still today, I hang out with those same people. But that's really cool. You know where you got your information? I do. I absolutely do. And it's not a shocker that you're biting onto it. It's hysterical, actually. And I'm so proud of you for doing it. It just shows who you are. Thank you, Carla. Thank you. I'm a rich girl. I'm a rich bitch girl. This is just fucking Sheila. Think about the one that was claiming the 211 CPS calls. I told you all, he went right to the very people that doxed me and took off with their lies. That's what he's talking about.
Nasty and evil.
None of it happened. None of it happened.
And I had implied that to Nonsense the first time she came at me. I'm like, Nonsense, I know where you came from.
You don't know shit about me. That's the funny thing, is you don't know shit about me. But continue to lace up those boots and step in that shit. I dare you.
Just saying. If you go listen to the first time she attacked me at the very end of my stream, you'll hear what I said, but I explained it out.
The first time I attacked him. Poor Uni.
So, you know, they took me. They knew I had a knowledge of what happened with Nonsense before she came to our community, but they didn't trust me.
What?
They
took you, that you had a knowledge of where. What, Uni? You rode my ass for the last 10 months and used my content. Oh, but now, oh my God.
Said Uni's going to attack nonsense using what she did in that old community. But I never would have. I haven't, had I? No.
Because you don't know shit, because I wasn't a part of any old community, you dumbass.
Again.
How many y'all have seen who has tried to come at me and expose me? I think they would have uncovered everything. Uni, you don't hold any secrets that they haven't already tried. You're just showing that you're the next Erica, Vada, EKC. That's a perfect crew for you to hang out with. Continue on.
When people come forward, you know, and they end up trying to be a part of a bigger community that's trying to do something positive around a lot of negativity and scamming and conning, sometimes people change. So that's why I never did an expose.
You didn't do an expose on me because there's nothing to expose, you punk ass bitch.
I wouldn't care to anyway. But I don't have to now because she came out on a YouTube short and just fucking admitted it. She's a doxer. She's not up here to...
Uni, sit the fuck down. Show me this YouTube short that's non-existent. What did you have one of your little buddies clip me out of context and then you were trying to tell everybody that it was me that did it? Go find those clips, you dumbass. Show everybody. Show everybody where I doxed you. Do it. Be a man. Stop being a little bitch. Show everybody, because it didn't happen. You know that as well as I do. It never happened. I never made a short. I've never doxed you. I've never shown any personal private information of you. I've never even showed the cease and desist. You dumb fool.
Exchange points and criticism and discussion because when you make her mad, she does the same thing that these people are doing. They pursue info on you. That is doxing. No, Uni, it's not. It's perfectly normal for two people to go public on YouTube and give their opinions about things that are going on. And if one of them gets mad, it's okay if they search out that person and all their family members and then try to use that against them and to intimidate them and make them nervous and maybe try to attack them with it. It's perfectly normal, Uni.
I didn't do any of that. Not a single bit. I found Uni's history all over YouTube. That's it.
Why is it against TOS? Why are you not supposed to do that then?
It's not against TOS.
Like,
it's also not doxing. It's called research.
It's not normal. Yeah, there are a lot of people out there who can't admit that that's the doxing. That whether you share it at all, because sharing it to a doxer is sharing something publicly.
Oh, so now it doesn't even have to be shared to somebody. It's just, oh my God.
I don't understand how the logic goes over everybody's head when it never did before. If I look up, who's in here? Sure, Wicked. If I got mad at Wicked because she did a video, I looked up all this shit about her, and then I gave that information to a bunch of doxers. Yes, that would be me doxing her. I mean, even digging on her, there's no reason to do it. It's insane. It's creepy. It's weird. People, seriously.
You are so fucking dumb.
You will have the people who have defended this position are going to have to look back, because if they stay on YouTube, what happens in communities where your definition of doxing doesn't include giving the information to a doxer? Well, what ends up happening with that is eventually they'll piss somebody off. That person's going to come after them and their family. They're going to build a bunch of sock accounts to attack the family.
Oh my God.
And then
you dumb fuck. Do you not realize how I was doxxed? They created an account on Kyle, his full legal name. They came into my stream as Kyle and dropped that information. This shit happens. It's happened. A lot of us have had this done. Queen Bee was just doxxed by JLR. You cry baby. Uni's just jealous because it happened.
And that person will feel compelled to come
Uni just wants the attention on him. Uni wants to be the victim.
out and say, they doxed me and now they're attacking my family and shit, right? And people are going to have to go, hey, hold on. You said that wasn't doxing when it happened to Unirock. You said that it's normal if Uni does a video criticizing someone for that person to get mad at him and go after his entire family, his girlfriend's entire family, go back 15 years on the girlfriend who never even said anything about you. You see what I'm saying, people?
It's not doxing when you give your own legal name out and your address and all this other stuff on streams because you're so frazzled that you can't keep your head on straight.
That door gets opened. It ends up destroying communities. Well, Uni, it's not going to destroy the community we were all in. That community's fucking dead, guys. It's dead.
What community are you even talking about, Uni? Because we have an island over here. I associate a little here, a little there, a little everywhere. But I don't claim one community because this doesn't really just fit one community. That's why I have an island for a reason.
It's gone. It's over.
What's gone and over?
Seriously.
Nothing's.
I'm not trying to be rude or mean. It's fucking donezo.
Why? Because Uni got ousted?
You have to remember that the live chat is mostly populated by people that support you. That goes for them too. The judgment of what is right or wrong in a situation rests only in one place: the facts, the evidence. And so
the things that you don't show, you haven't shown a bit of proof, not once, but we're just supposed to take your word for it. You have no credibility. You claimed that you had so much influence and relevancy on this platform, but you have shown you have none. Zero. You have zero credibility. You've never had credibility on this platform. Actually, you have been a joke for years that have slimed your way from community to community doing the same fuck shit. And then you always, oh, I'm going to be the one that has to leave the community. I always know it because somebody always does me wrong. No, Uni, it's about time you take accountability. You're the common denominator, dumbass.
when you go against facts and evidence after facts and evidence was the entire reason the community came together, defending people,
Stargazer.
calling out people attacking others, calling out people going further than just doing a YouTube video and speaking their opinion, right? Or even going further and doing a scam or a fundraiser.
K-Town. He gives out, but he claims it's not his address, but he says it numerous times.
That community becomes completely annihilated if the backbone of that community starts accepting doxing. They redefine it, which is what every person who knows they're wrong does. They redefine something that they have been agreeing with for years, what the definition is. And they redefine it, and then they go in and attempt to pimp a situation out. And the pimping of the situation, again, is not giving an opinion. It's the rushing of attacks, judgments, the rushing of conclusions before the facts are even out.
Oh, the rush of judgment. Poor Uni again. Oh my God.
And that will itself decimate a community. But the whole time, and this is back when Molly got banned, I've been telling you, it's kind of a selfish thing for me, right? It is. It's a selfish thing. If this is what the community decided to do over this issue, right? Which I'm just talking about, you know, people like Nonsense and others, but you know what I'm saying? And AZ and Julie and them.
Here's the point, Uni. Here's the point you're missing with this whole thing with me. You can cry all you want. We were never friends, dude. We were never associates, dude. Buddy, you used me for credibility because you didn't have shit over the last 10 months. Let's be frank here. If it wasn't for this island, you wouldn't have known shit about what was going on with the DeRay McRae situation. The only reason why you got information was because you used my videos. You also met some people who I'm not even affiliated with who played messy games in this whole situation, such as the Dono girls. Not all of them, but the main group to begin with. You didn't have shit without the rest of us that you used for 11 fucking months. 11 months for content. I finally woke up and saw the light that you are nothing different than the very people that we've been calling out. You had used me, you disrespect me, you discredit me. We're not buddies. We never were buddies. So stop crying about it. My real friends would never treat me like this. In fact, the people that really have my back have been so apologetic because they've gone back and seen what actually happened. They actually watched how you twisted your little henchman into this whole attack of me. When in reality, all I did was call you out for the very things that you were doing. I wasn't dishonest with anybody. I told everybody that you had been a liar for many years. I just saw you for what you were. Stop crying about it, Uni. There's no love lost here, okay? I don't fucking deal with punk ass little bitches like you. Period, point blank. I wouldn't in real life. I wouldn't on the internet. You don't roll like I do. You would never be in the same social circles as I am. You would never. We would never be buddies. So stop crying about shit. I don't like you. I see you for what you are. Big deal. Move it on. This ain't fucking personal until you made it that way.
If this is where they decide to go, I have a selfish escape. I have a selfish out. Now, of course, I have been discussing this with many people. I don't think it's truly selfish. It's not selfish.
Y'all, going back and watching the videos, I had to clip myself for full transparency reasons, so you guys understand the anger that I feel. I had to go back and clip myself for part 4 to like walk the timeline, and I'm so disgusted with some of the very people who claimed they had my back and all these things like that. Well, they gaslit the shit out of Uni and twisted the very things that I said and never straightened it out. Never ever said, but I was holding back to make sure everybody else was okay. But then as soon as I came out and actually spoke and got shit off my chest, that attack went so brutally at me, and they're still condoning. And yeah, there's a lot. Part 4 is going to be a lot to take, because let me tell you, I was very clear on what I said, and I stand firm on it still today. There is not one thing that I've said out here at this point in time still that I regret. Not one. Not one fucking thing. Have I had missteps? Absolutely. Have I gotten things wrong? Absolutely. But I've owned it and I've moved on every fucking time. And this one, once again, I was not wrong for at all. And I'm so sick and tired of being discounted my feelings on this situation. I've had it.
And in the normal use of the word, it triggers those feelings from me, though, when it happens. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel like, I could attempt to keep the community together. I could attempt to,
Sorry, Nana. I hope your daughter's doing better. Sending you huge hugs. Thank you guys. I'm sorry. I'm starting Monday off with fire, but y'all, I hope you understand. There's a lot of you guys that do. Helen, you get it. There's a lot of people that get, because we've watched it unfold over and over again. And these people were seeing it before I even did, because I was so invested on just making sure that I was factual and sticking to the point. I didn't ruffle feathers on purpose. I didn't do all of this stuff. I didn't come out here and just start lying on Uni like he tries to make it sound. I was very upfront until he continued to discredit me and poke at me when I was giving honest criticism. And then I said, you want to play this game? Let me walk you right, dog walk you. And I did. I dog walked him with his own fucking lies. Okay. I baited the bitch. What can you say? I've never claimed to be that nice. You don't get me in the dirt and expect me not to throw it back in your face. Sorry.
Do something to continue helping.
Do I regret any of it? Hell to the nah.
Right. But like I said, months before Molly got banned, when Molly got banned, after Molly got banned, when these people started to pimp my docs, my family's docs, and after they pimped my docs, I sat and said, if that's what you guys want, then you can have it. I've never tried to fight any of them. I've never tried to go against anyone other than maybe JLR, but that's just self-explanatory. I mean, when Nonsense first doxed me, I said, well, come talk, come call.
Nonsense first doxed you. When Nonsense first doxed you, bitch, I haven't doxed you once.
Call me out. Come fucking, set me straight in front of my own audience.
Oh, in this shit right here. Where are the people saying Nonsense didn't dox you? Nonsense never did that. You notice how everybody riles up when something else is said about other people, but Nonsense sits over here and just like, yeah, fuck it. It's another Tuesday. What am I accused of today? Like, I never doxed you. I can't. I just can't.
Bring your evidence. Let's do it. What do you want if you don't want to come talk? What's the point of this again? And once I had to realize it was just because she wanted to destroy the community, attack.
Uni, let's get to the bottom of this. What are you so afraid of me outing? What do I know that other people don't know? Because I know I know a lot. But what is it that you are afraid of me letting people know? Can we just get to that? Tell me what you are afraid of me outing. I would love for you just to get there so I know what to avoid, because I don't even know what the fuck you're scared of at this point. You've got a lot of shit in your past that you've lied about. That's here nor there. But I don't know exactly why I'm so triggering for you, because I haven't doxed you. I haven't put out any of this paperwork that you've claimed. I haven't made a YouTube short on you. None of it. I've made 3 videos. This one you're getting cussed out in. But 3 that have just stuck to your own words. Is that what you're so bothered by? It's not. It's really not. It's the mask hasn't all the way fell off yet. And people haven't fully seen exactly who the scumbucket is that is sitting right in front of them. Yeah, there's a lot that I know, but I haven't put any of it out here. So why don't you just tell everybody what you're so afraid of them learning? Why don't you just do it? Because I don't fucking know at this point. I don't know which part you're afraid of people knowing.
Threaten doxing, threaten looking up people's shit and stuff like that. I realized, oh, okay, she's just like Molly. But before that, I responded and said, okay, well, what do you want? You're acting like I have an issue, And it's really, what the backbone of that was? Since I've already rambled, I miss rambling to y'all. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm good here. Let me see if I can do this without closing this. Yeah, okay. Okay, whoop, bam, all right. Where was I? She's just like Molly. I was trying to basically say, hey, what do you want? Why are you mad? Because whatever you want, you can have it. I want you to get the fuck out of the community. Okay.
How would I say I want you to get the fuck out of the community? I said I want you the fuck away from me. I have no use for you. I have no use for people like you because you're dangerous and you're pathetic. That's what I don't like around me. I wouldn't deal with you in real life. Why would I deal with you on the internet? You're a stranger on the freaking internet. Why am I going to take disrespect of a slimy little weasel bastard that tries to pretend you're a grown-ass adult? No, I don't control any fucking community either. You were exiled from the island, but you were never invited over here anyways. That's the crazy part. There was never a relationship with you, Uni.
I want you to fucking go back to your main channel. Okay. I want you to never be around again. Okay. You know, I was willing to just say, fuck it. If I'm the issue.
You want to know something else? The only reason why your girlfriend got a wrench over here is because I had to be asked to give her one because she understood stuff on YouTube. Not because I wanted to. I did it because I was like, sure, cool. You know, she's funny at times. That was like the first couple times I ever was around her. Then I saw the other side of it. That's the only reason why she had a wrench. There was no, but that was intentional of that, all of that too.
Issue. Bye. I'm not going to sit around here and fight you guys. I let you know this from the start. If we ever had an issue, I'm not going to ignore you. I'm going to keep the door open and we'll work it out. If working it out means I'm Audi 5000G, why would I resist that? Everybody's acting like I would have to go back to nothing. You know, that's the one thing that the selfish thing I was talking about is my channel, is the fact that I didn't come into this community to do this. I did not. It's one of the main reasons why I was trying to be so open. I was trying to share the clip channels. I was trying to get attention to people out there that didn't even have enough subs to monetize.
You know what the funny thing is I've given Uni credit for getting my channel to 1,000. No, I was well on my way. Uni got me like 150 subs. And when I've talked about the purge, I got the clips of that, Kathy. That was a conversation that me and you started to have genuinely in the comment section. And then I was started to laugh about it. Oh my God, just hearing the shit backwards is so ridiculous. I've never purged anybody either. There's been a few people that have been blocked. There will probably be a little bit more.
Who I thought were doing great jobs. Because you know me, I love people that archive and do it with a good intent. I don't like the people that do it with the bad intent. I like people to do it with a good intent. Like the people that archive Dark Side Phil. The people that archive other situations that are happening. You know this, I've said it so many thousands of times. But the point I was going to make is, if I need a clip, I can go to any channel that has that clip by law. And I can pull what I need from it. That is what fair use is.
No shit, Sherlock. Nobody cared about the fact that you were using the clips. It's the fact that you misinform and inflate and take factual content and turn it into misinformation. And then you monetize it too. And you monetize misinformation. So how exactly are you any different than Molly, JLR, Betty, all of those people? You're not, Uni. You're one of them. They've got an application waiting for you for hooves on the ground. I'm sure you will be the best prospect.
Okay. In the end, even though everybody loved the fact that while I'm sitting there streaming to a whole bunch of people, instead of me just grabbing a clip I need, I would put the channel's name on the screen, tell people this is fucking awesome that they caught this, show them some fucking support. And I did that the entire time. I'm almost.
Oh, that's like when people were giving you my channel's information. And then when they were saying, you know, nonsense has done a lot. And all what your response was is all nonsense has done is clipped this, this, and this. That's all she's done. She really hasn't done anything. She's just done this, this, and this. Really? I didn't do anything but give you content for the last 11 months, you punk.
It's done, kiddo. Cool. You good? I'm live. Are you good though? Yeah, that's yours, bro. You can even have that other one.
Got it.
If you want, I can go get more.
Disrespectful.
I mean, it's cheap. It's like 70 or 95 cents or 75 cents for 1 ear of corn. It's insane right now. They have so much.
That's expensive for corn, by the way.
Much of it. What we should do is go get a bunch, boil them, cut it, right? You know how you eat corn out of a can, right? If you do it yourself, it tastes so much better, dude. I know. And some people just don't like eating it off the cob. Shit, when I'm really hungry, I'll grab it out of the cornfield and start eating that motherfucker. I'm just kidding, guys. You have to boil those things because there are these things. I call them corn worms.
Dude, country ain't it. Just stick to your city life.
Yeah, after you find your first corn, they're really big too, so they're really easy to spot. They're not little or anything. But once you see one, okay, I am never eating a raw ear of corn ever again. You realize this as a kid. Same with cucumbers and stuff. You just spend a second to prepare them.
Oh my God.
Instead of eating them like a monster. But I did have a good excuse for why I ate vegetables like a monster. My grandpa would bite into an onion. Like he would just take that one layer off. And I'd be like, oh my God, how do you do that? All right, the clip channels. Everybody knew in the beginning, and for a large portion, is Cherie in here? Yeah, Cherie is a clip channel who had everything. She had everything.
Cherie busted her ass for you. Cherie busted her butt for you. But Cherie didn't get everything on her own either. Cherie, amongst others, were sent my entire archive list of all the videos and screen recordings that I had uploaded to YouTube to share with people. That's how I am. I not only shared it with Cherie, so Cherie would have it, but I shared it with other channels that I thought maybe would need the content because that's what I did. Yeah.
Cherie will back me up because it's recorded live and it's the truth. But a lot of times Cherie had the clip, but because a clip channel had it, and I wanted to showcase the clip channel and get them a little support for what they were doing, we put them up on the screen in front of everybody and told people to support. It was a choice. It didn't benefit me.
And that wasn't, oh God.
At all. Look at what it's done now, right? Look at what it's done now. Because there are people out there that they don't care. They don't have a fucking, they have the fuck it attitude.
You're right. Fuck it.
And you know how I know that? Because I had it in my 20s. You know? Now, like I told you guys, I was really narcissistic and shit. Selfish.
Never.
And not.
That's just something you grew out of though, right? Okay.
You know, never did any of this crazy shit you see people do on YouTube. I just mean, I wasn't like the nicest person and shit all the time. I had a fuck it attitude. Especially after I got out of the military. Really bad fuck it attitude. You know?
I have a fuck it attitude, but I'm not going to apologize to a goddamn person on the internet for having a fuck it attitude, because at the end of the day, my real life doesn't revolve around YouTube. And half the reason why I have a fuck it attitude is because of the people I've dealt with on the internet, and the tooth-faced, the bullshit, the backhanded slaps. Yeah, there's a reason why you have it. And you come to a point in time and you're like, no, I don't take this shit anymore. I wouldn't take it in my real life. Why am I taking it on the internet? That's where you get to the fuck it attitude. And I encourage more of you to feel that same way, because nobody on the internet should be, nope.
But anyway, the point I'm trying to make in the end is that this community of creators, again, it's a community of creators, can make whatever choice they want to make to either honestly represent the things that are going on and give an opinion, or to try to manipulate the situation and cause the drama. The drama isn't just someone talking about another situation. The drama isn't somebody doing a video and then someone saying, oh, I fucking disagree with that, and making a video, you know, criticizing the other video. That's not drama. Yeah, we would used to call it that because there wasn't the other side where people actually try to lie about everything's going on, and they try to play the, I'm going to break this news story, but because I'm breaking news and a lot of this is going to evolve later and I'm going to end up being wrong about a lot of things, you can't get mad at me for it because I didn't know in the beginning. No.
Oh, that's his failsafe that he tries to build in. And that's why he uses his mods. It's plausible deniability at all times, because if he doesn't have direct contact, he can always have that buffer zone of blaming somebody else into his bullshit instead of just doing the research himself. That's why Uni is struggling right now. That's why Uni can't do YouTube content, because he doesn't have his core group around him to do the content for him. Uni doesn't do Uni's content. Everybody else does the work for Uni, packages it up, hands it to Uni, and then he fucks it all up. That's how it goes. And he doesn't have that right now. So that's where we're at. But making mistakes is human. Everybody does it. We're all going to screw up. But you don't see a bunch of us over here trying to break news on stories that aren't even involving us. None of us take it that seriously. Well, at least I sure as fuck don't.
That's completely wrong. And illogical, it's fallacious, it's a lie. You can't get mad at you if you update the story and you're honest about what happened, even if you have to admit you were wrong.
You've never done that.
That's when you can't get mad at someone. As long as you're honest in the beginning, as long as you weren't lying to people about what was going on or trying to play it and manipulate it.
Just like he's done time and time again.
Then when the story evolves and you make sure everybody knows that, you don't leave the story open in that initial place. You make sure that you've closed it. You make sure that you've told the truth through the whole thing. That's when you've done the right thing. Even if maybe in the beginning you had to criticize somebody. If, holy shit, man, it really looks like this. If it turns out to be that, bro, I'm going to fucking tear you apart and go on for 20 minutes talking about what you're going to do. But the one thing that's wrong, well, many things, but the one thing that was the wrongest in this situation is that they don't have an intention of covering this. They weren't doing any of this to get the truth out there, and they were selectively targeting what they could to try to fight with someone else.
No, I just had enough of your bullshit and was done. That was it. You turned this into a whole spectacle. I was going to do a once around, tell you to fuck the fuck off, and that was going to be it for me. But you turned this into a whole fictional story.
The people who were fooled into believing it, I hope you guys can still hear me because I have to text my kid. The people that were fooled into believing it, they'll very easily go back to their original opinion because they're there for the truth. And that's the majority of everybody. When creators get a big head, they forget that. When
A big head.
Haters get a big head. They forget that the fucking truth is what reigns supreme. The facts are what dictate the truth and what happened. You will never fight the facts to create an excuse for
Ouch.
supporting lies. You will just be known as someone who weaponized them and did that. That is unless people correct themselves and update the situation.
I can't.
Now, here it is, the end. Have I given enough to make sure that you guys are right with me? Because here's the question. Who's going to call out JLR and go as hard as, not even as hard as anyone ever came at me, but I mean way fucking harder? Because again, all Uni did was lie about the letter a little bit, saying the handwriting or something, which I, by the way, didn't do. That's a lie. I did tell the truth about it the whole time. I just refused to give people information. When people tried to get me to elaborate, I just stopped. Oh, go back and check if you don't believe me. We've already done that, though, on my channel and set it straight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what you've done. Mm-hmm.
So what's the point in the end? Are they going to actually put the truth out there? And are they going to criticize the person who deserves it?
Nope. Sure as hell will not. You're absolutely right. That ship has sailed. You have absolutely no right to demand that we should defend you against anybody. You were told, you knew exactly what you were doing. You lied on him. And now you expect us to just take your word for shit? Not going to happen. That ship sailed. I won't ever defend anything you do on this platform or anywhere else, period.
Or are they just going to let their anger?
And that's not me defending JLR, because I think JLR is a piece of shit too. That's just me saying, fuck off, Uni.
Their jealousy, their hatred get in the way and just continue lying and attacking.
What are we jealous of? What exactly are we jealous of, Molly? What are we jealous of? Your fucking skull cap collection? Your receding hairline? What are we jealous of? Your 3 monitors? Busy? Your crack pipe? What the fuck are we jealous of, Uni?
Because I'm sorry, I didn't inject this motherfucker into the story. He did. But now he's part of it. The reason I had to do what I had to do is because of what he fucking did. You can sit until the end of time lying to people saying that I'm just mad because Uni didn't do what I thought he should do in the very beginning of it. But yeah, he shouldn't have been doxed. His girlfriend definitely shouldn't. She didn't even say anything. That's just targeting an innocent person. It's really wrong. Because I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Everything you excuse becomes the backbone of your community. I agree with Stuttering Craig. I don't think you guys know who I'm talking about. But he's a YouTuber, and he said to Darkside Phil, no, Phil, if you're sitting up there and telling people that this is the way it is, then you can't sit and get mad when it happens to you. The things you're excusing towards others or the things that you're okay with for your enemies, you can't then sit and be victimized and play the victim when it happens to you. You can't try and get sympathy for someone close to you when it happens to them. I've always supported everybody who's been doxed and harassed. I've always been against the doxer and the harasser.
The only reason why you did that is because you needed content to use on your channel. That was it.
Never have I been against the person that was doxed.
Never did you give a shit.
So let's see what they do. The facts now show I was telling the truth the whole time from the beginning.
What facts? What facts have you shown, Uni? There is nothing that you have shown or proven.
The facts now show whether or not you got, and I'm not talking to any of you, but I'm talking to the group out there, whether or not you may have made a judgment in the beginning that was right, wrong, or whatever. Where we sit now is the story. The story right now is at its most insane, most stalky, most defamatory, most harassing. Are they going to stand up against JLR? Or are they just going to, because they hate me, sit back and say, fuck Uni?
Yep.
We're not defending him.
Yep.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Not my fight. My fight's with you, not JLR. Sorry, bitch.
Out tonight.
JLR's not lying on me. That's the end of that. JLR's not lying on me. I don't have no nothing with him. I think he's a slime ball that affects real victims. You're not one of those people. Sorry. You got what you asked for. That was it. That was all. There's my answer. If you guys wanted to know if I'm defending Uni, hell to the fucking no. And if anybody thinks that I'm in the wrong for not defending that slime ball after what he has done to me and what he has claimed about me and all the lies that he's told, you can go right with him, because there ain't a chance in hell that I am ever going to, oh, please, poor Uni. Not happening. Not happening. Especially not when, let's just take a look. Since some of you guys did not see this, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me find this. I've shown a clip of this before, just briefly, but let me show you something else. And yes, I'm in rare form. Don't worry. I will not be cussing a whole lot in the next pre-record, but I needed to get this shit off my chest because I am irritated and have every fucking right to be. And I am so sick and tired of people saying, oh my God, she's emotional, or look at her rage. I'm not raging. I'm pissed and have every right to be. And some of you are all a lot slimier than you even claim to be. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. No, let's look at the here's two of mine. Let me see. Hold on.
Just watched. You took out the heart of ours who made a lot of mistakes. He did a lot of things wrong, not only in his past, but once he was in the current time with a lot of pressure. And, you know, sometimes they would try to bring the past up against him, even though they didn't in the beginning. And he was very open with his past. He made it part of his content. And I'd always said that I respected that kind of thing. You know, I've always said that regardless of what has happened in your past, if you're attempting to fix it or to learn from it, or if you know, you shouldn't be ashamed regardless, unless it's something really, really, really bad. Now that's if you didn't hurt a lot of people from being exposed, because they know that if criticism starts against them and they're actively in the wrong, then it will affect their grift. Person to shut up by the intimidation, they do things like you're about to hear about now, which is they go in and try to target that YouTuber. Doesn't work. What do they have? What kind of power do they have?
I rock a bit.
Eventually, people like that, if they're desperate enough, if their scam is fragile enough, and if they are scamming money, if they are ripping you off, if they will lose money because of your criticism, once they realize they can't target you, they'll go after your family. And they tried to go after nonsense. We saw it. We've documented it. We have historialized it. We have updated you on every piece of the puzzle as it goes in relation to the targeted harassment campaign, not just from Molly Golightly or Bullhorn Betty, domestic violence Betty, if you will, or any of these other people. Yes, I did steal that.
Betty wasn't even involved in any of this in the beginning.
I let them know I was stealing it from them. But it's not just Bullhorn Betty and it's not just Molly and their very, very close internal group. It's this group of people that want to impress them. And they just came from a failed community, a community that tried to use a targeted harassment campaign against another problematic YouTuber named Katie Joy. Now, all of you know about this. I don't have to detail it.
And here's the crazy part, because he instantly started lumping the group. Anyways.
Some of those caters realized that if they, after talking to Molly, after begging her to come on their show, they needed to play ball with Molly's rules and help her fight her enemies in order for them to get Molly on their small little streams. Hey, Molly's time is worth something. And if you don't have money to pay her because your content hit a flat line after your targeted harassment campaigns and scams were exposed, what are you going to do? How are you going to pay Molly to come on? Well, you could pay her in helping her dox, helping her harass, becoming one of her little enforcers. And that's exactly what's led up to this happening to nonsense. After they tried to get her husband fired, I'm here to document that they've now tried to get her kids CPS swatted. But before any of you flip out about me using the term swatted, when you swat a person, you try to get the popo to go mess with them. You can get in a lot of trouble for that. You can go to prison for that. There is a dude in prison for 20 years right now for swatting somebody. But there's a relatively new form of swatting where you go to CPS and instead of the police, and you don't send the cops after the YouTuber you're mad at. You send the kid cops, the kid SWAT team, after their children. If you call CPS and you file a relatively tame report and CPS reaches out to that YouTuber, you have called CPS on them, sure. But why do I say that they CPS swatted nonsense? Because they called CPS and they must have said something and lied about all these things to get them to rush out there, because obviously they felt that those kids were in some kind of trouble or some kind of problem.
He had no clue what was happening. Zero clue. Nobody knew. The only person that I even was honest with was his mod. And I sent the report number to his mod. Because instead of making content out of it, yeah, I screwed up and made the one announcement, and I should have never even announced it, because I think eventually somebody else would have taken credit for it. But Instead of making content out of it, I was handling real life situations. But just listen to what he said about this.
That's right. I'm here to tell you, and I got Navy with me, that Molly Golightly and that little group that I've been showing you, and I'm going to break it all down before Nonsense goes live here in a little bit. They are trying to harass her kids.
Before I went live.
Because they are mad about her opinion on the internet. If you thought anything we've brought you in the last X amount of months has been a cringe fest, this is the ultimate cringe. This is the ultimate cringe, the ultimate desperation. It is the worst possible thing that these people can do. You can't get at her. You can't mess with her mom and her sister. You can't mess with her hubby because those people are laughing at how goofy and just sick you are. So you go to the one place you know that if you mess with the kids, that because they're kids, they're going to step in and at least look and see what's going on. I hope that CPS, I hope that the authorities will do everything in their power to find out who filed these reports. I hope they'll lock them up, number one. If you think it's extreme for me to say they should be locked up, CPS and these other agencies literally are the ones providing assistance to children who are being abused sexually, physically, mentally. They are saving them from situations that they're in that ruin their lives. And when you waste the time of this organization, yes, you are taking resources away from children who need help. That's factual. Not only are you costing...
Yeah, he was out here dropping facts on my situation and not a single person that I ever spoke to knew what was going on. Not even the Tessas knew exactly what was all happening. They knew more than most people, but they didn't want it. Amethyst said, do not send that stuff to us. Do not show us. No, this is where you take care of you. You do not. Oh, no, not. So I was handling business and here he is out here making it into content, but just wait, this gets really interesting.
Money. They aren't helping kids that need help now because they're busy going on a fake call. And I don't care who you are. You love your kids and you love them so much that even if it's just an annoyance that they've done this, the nonsense, even if it's not going to change things in their family and in their life, she's still going to worry about it because she loves those kids.
Shut the fuck up.
You're dealing with the most vile people out there. There's vile people on this platform and on the internet. And you've just watched us YouTubers that have been leading this whole charge to criticize these people bump into the worst YouTubers out there.
And he was so envious because it didn't happen to him. Think about how sick that is.
Molly wants to take the crown. She and her followers, they think that nobody knows who they are. They want to take the crown as the most scummy. Okay, you can have your reward after today. You are the most scummy. You are the grossest because you're just as bad as other people that target and harass children, adults that are harassing children on YouTube. It's almost hard for me to say it because it's so cringy. They're that mad. That is how mad they are because of words that have come out of another person's mouth. They could have just ignored the words. Well, they really couldn't because the criticism from Nonsense and our communities and myself and all the other people out there, I can name them all, Heels in the Air, everybody. That criticism is costing them money. If any of you thought they didn't care, you're wrong as of today. You just learned you were wrong as of today. If any of you thought they weren't bothered, they are the most bothered. They're salty. They got salt literally falling off of them everywhere they go. This is some salty, salty shit, y'all. You ready to take a look at this, Navy?
Oh, yeah, but let's do this.
I had to shut this off last time.
They're trying to set some records is what's going on.
Just so you guys all know, I had to shut this off last time because I got so fucking pissed hearing it. So here we go. We'll try it again.
So it was kind of expected, but still a little whatever. So just so you guys know, that is what is happening today. Wednesday just likes to get weirder and weirder. So we will handle it appropriately. If you guys are just hopping in.
Sue Molly, do you need money? Is that what you need, Nonsense? You need money? Because I never run fundraisers. If you want a fundraiser, I will get you thousands and thousands of dollars. I will go to my main channel. I'll go to this channel. I'll go to my Twitter. I will go to every creator that I can, and we will get you at least 20 G's so that you can sue the living shit out of Molly. Get yourself, go on a vacation. Take those kids to Disney World after you own her in court, and if you need money to do it, we'll pay for it. You just need to, all you got to do is say the words. And I'm not joking. Last time we did a fundraiser, we were trying to get 5 G's for a friend for a lawsuit. Got it instantly. She needs the money. We'll get it for her.
And it's a quick one. CPS was contacted. So just so you guys know.
And don't say that Molly won't be owned in court. We've got a video of Molly literally saying that she's going to go after Nonsense's family. Then we've got mountains of proof that she did go after her family, after her husband. And when she didn't get results from it, now this is happening. You're going to try to say that it's someone else? Is that what you're going to try to say? Hey, you know who did this. Literally, this is a slam dunk case, man.
Once again, I have never blamed anybody because I still don't know who did it. I'm not sure who was responsible for it. So I've never blamed anybody. Nobody had ever accused anybody of that besides Uni.
God, I wish she would sue. I wish Nonsense would sue Katie. Katie. Molly.
Yes, of course.
Melissa says she'll donate. Nonsense, you need to go talk. Just talk to a lawyer. Call him on the phone. Just call him on the phone. Let them know what happened. Give them the video clips of Molly and ask them if they want to take. I bet you'll get pro bono on this. I bet somebody will help you just for the sake of it.
Expected it. It came. Oh, I glitched at the beginning. I look like crap. I'm getting ready to walk out the door, but
You don't look like crap. You are doing great. Glad we backed you. I'm glad we're back in this community, and I hope this community grows. I hope it gets
I'm glad we back you, you punk ass bitch.
bigger. I hope people start supporting it more. And I really do hope you guys consider tagging Team YouTube with us on our Twitter, because that can help us at least get her channel taken down. And I don't ever talk like this about another creator until they start doxing. And even after Molly doxed, we tried to tell her to stop. And now look at this. This is the effect of doxing. I'm going to get boring in a minute. I'm going to break it all down, but I'm going to let Nonsense talk for a
I
second.
just wanted to give you guys an update. I told you guys I would do it all up front, and here we are. So it is what it is. We expected it.
Thousands of people support you. Thousands upon thousands of people support you. Everybody in my community supports you. I don't know if it matters, but they do. Okay. And it's bigger than it's bigger than this channel. Bigger than this channel. I hope she decides to do something, because I'll take it to my main channel in a heartbeat.
I don't know what else to say about it. I'm trying to laugh because what else are you going to do?
You need to laugh. All of us need to laugh, because this is just literally the thing ever. Can you imagine sitting in your home? You've got this, Molly's got this nice house. She's got this hubby. She's got everything she wants. She's got this money. She's going around yelling at everybody, doing all of her stuff. And she hates her life so much that she literally has her minions go after her kids. Not her and the hubby. That didn't work. She did do that, but it didn't work. And she literally said, you know what? The hubby thing didn't work. We didn't get him fired. Let's go after those kids. They are so mad. They're so mad at Nonsense. Nonsense has them so triggered. They would go after children. How are they victim advocates? Now, here's the fucking crazy part, y'all. When you go after adults, yeah, we can sit here and we can talk about how any YouTuber or any person out there supporting Molly is supporting this garbage. We can talk about that when she's doxing people. It doesn't have that yanking effect on people, because we're talking about adults. Some people will think, you know what, those adults chose to get up there and criticize Molly. They knew she was a doxer. And if YouTube won't do anything, whatever. But the problem is you can't say that now.
That's why I didn't cry about it.
Can't say it now.
I cried off screen about it.
Things have changed drastically. And now this, I think, will get people. This will get people to wake up. You
Look how excited he was about this.
support her. If you're a YouTuber and you've had her on your channel, if you've been talking about her, if you've been supporting her, and you don't call this out and yank your support right now are you really going to say that you're not supporting them going after these kids? I mean, seriously. Everybody sits there and they say that the reason they do all of this is for the kids. I don't, but they do. All of them do. Not Nonsense, but you know what I'm saying. Why they, got to do their thing to help kids, to help people. Oh my God, victim advocate, right? But you're going to ally yourself with the victimizer, because you can't do it. You can't go after kids and then say you're not these things. You can't do it.
Like, you know how many resources this wastes? Shit like this wastes? Oh,
Yes.
Look at that. I don't have godly hair today. You know how many resources it
I hope to get my beard that long soon.
wastes doing stuff like this to kids? Like, you know
It
how
does.
many it does? Like, that's the part.
It legit
Shut up
stops
and
them
let me
from
talk.
helping kids while they're getting the reports filled up, getting a hold of the higher ups, sitting down, looking at the case. We're talking hours upon hours upon hours of multiple people that would be helping kids in trouble. Factually, literally, no exaggeration, no virtue signal, have their time ripped away from them so they can go and look at a nothing burger because they targeted these kids. Go ahead, Navy.
Well, I mean, it's bad enough that these bridge trolls like to go out and waste cops' time with the crap that they like, the stuff that they like to pull, right? That they're knowingly taking away resources from what everyone knows to be one of the branches of government that is solely undermanned and underappreciated.
Definitely. So true. So true.
That bothers me is this is an adult, like, we are dealing with internet stuff. Yes, a lot of them like to go real life and do.
You know what's sick, man? They did this to Nonsense knowing that Nonsense is supporting, not just, does she have her own kids, Navy? I'm not trying to be nosy, but does she have her own?
Yes, there's if I remember correctly, there's 3 kids total. One is hers from a previous relationship, and then the other 2 are the nieces. And so this guy that they try to have fired, her husband, is a man who's supporting his wife and 3 kids that aren't biologically his, but he loves them just the same. And they try to get this man fired.
He's their father, and Nonsense Becky is taking care of kids, not just her own, but others. And it's because of extenuating circumstances. That's literally it. That's the thing. It's like, they're not just, they knew this before they did it though. Okay. They doxed her. They knew this before they went and, filed the false CPS shit. So they're basically like sitting there like, she is doing what we pretend to do. let's try to take it away from her. Let's try to ruin the kids' lives. If we ruin the kids' lives, it'll ruin hers too. Ooh.
Look at how excited he was about this. Tell me he is not relishing in what just happened. And why do you think he wants us to do the same thing about his? And that's not going to happen because, first of all, he's never shown proof of shit. Secondly, he doxed himself, was doxed years ago. It's been a dox every 6 months, this fucker claims.
Let's do it, says Molly and her simps. Are you guys that salty? Well, you are. You are that salty. Like, do they not think this is going to backfire on them? What do they think they're going to do? Say that they didn't do it? Molly literally went live and told everybody she was going to do it.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Yeah, right. All right.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do it, even though I went live and told everybody I was going to do it. No, Molly, you did it. Those people, now listen to this.
There you go. No, Molly, you did it. Oh, yeah, this is a video. It says nonsense targeted by false CPS calls. Yes, Molly Caters and crew are harassing. Hold on. Are harassing her something.
So, some of these people that have been helping Molly go after nonsense legit think they're just going to say, I didn't help, and people are going to believe them. So if you're a YouTuber and you've been
harassing her kids,
defending Molly,
which
if you've been going at nonsense for Molly, if you've gone after nonsense randomly right after, you and your community start allying with Molly, I hope you're gonna, for your own sake, stand up against this. Because if you don't, you're wrapped up right in this. I'm sorry. This is too extreme. It's like, what would people say if Brian Koberger was a YouTuber and a big community supported him, and then he did this, and then they kept the ones that have been doing this? You'll go scroll a YouTube channel or Walter, it looks real bad, Walter, when you have Molly live telling people she's going to do this to people. And then right before it happens, she posts saying, hey, Simp Force, I need you to give all the doxy stuff to Walter, please. I'm going to give it to Walter. I'm going to get him to help me. Walter, it kind of looks like she did that. She gave you the info, and then this happened. Actually, that's the literal timeline. Now, I'm not saying Walter did it because I don't think Walter did. I know it's probably going to be extreme. You're going to say, why don't you go ahead and blame Walter? Well, I can't blame Walter. I'm going to blame the people who are actually sitting in Discord servers doing this to nonsense, which is those caters. If you want to know who, just go look at Twitter. Just go scroll the accounts. Go scroll Sassy's. Go scroll, I
don't even know who these people are. I don't know who Sassy is.
The llama drama, the lobster people. You'll see the ones that have been doing this. You'll go.
So again, he's putting blame on people that I didn't even have an association with.
Scroll a YouTube channel or two, because the Elmos out there and the others, they've had Molly on their channel right before this happened. Now, if it's valid for you to talk about nonsense, and if you've had Molly on your channel, you literally can't just stay quiet about this. You're going to have to talk about this. And when you talk about this, are you going to disavow Molly finally? Are you going to go after Molly?
See how excited he was? Anyways, you can go watch all of them. They're gross. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. But this was a huge problem for me. And he thought it was so fucking funny. But do you see how he wants to be that? He wants that same type of, which I don't understand how anybody would want that to happen. It's sadly what these people do when they have nothing else to do. But fuck. Yeah, Trio. That's the other thing. I think I'm so angry about the fact that as soon as I called Uni out, they instantly were all like, oh, she's a part of them and she's talking to them and all that stuff. I've refused to. And the attacks have been nonstop from that side. Uni, the people that associate and have passed with Uni, like all these people that I've never even had anything to do with, never had conversations with these people. I've ignored them, completely stayed away from them. And it continued to happen. I'm honestly glad that it did happen. I just wish it would have happened 11 months ago. I wish somebody that would have been like the middle ground in the beginning that saw them all for what they were I wish I would have had somebody around that I actually trusted. But at that time, it was just so chaotic anyways that I probably would have missed it. Anyways, I am out. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest though, because he has said in every live that I doxed him in a short. I didn't create a short. You guys have seen my shorts. There's nothing. I haven't taken a video down. How many times am I supposed to take people lying about me over and over again? And how many times am I supposed to be spit in the face of by the very people who misinterpreted the original message, but then we're just okay with that because, oh, well, poor them, they were sticking up for him. No, fuck you people. Fuck you that took panel with him that had so much to say about me and how I was going to flip flop and all this stuff. I haven't done anything. And none of them have the balls to be an adult and apologize. Not a single one. But I'm the emotional one. I'm the one that has no right to be angry. And I'm done playing games. I'm done. Part 4 is going to be interesting because right now where we sit, I hate clipping myself too. It's really uncomfortable, just so you know. So me doing a video of me is really not going to be fun. We are at 100 minutes in. We're 100 minutes in. Oh, yes, Kirks, I know. And by the way, if you have questions about my past on Facebook, y'all, my Facebook pages are all, every one of them are still up. I just lost access to it because I lost my alt because it got reported because of the people that I used to call out all the time. Like, I still hang out with the same people that I've been talking to for 5-6 years. I've never had falling outs with people. Like, there's a few people that I don't really fuck with because of who they are, but I don't have problems with any of these people. That's so funny. Yeah, hope. Absolutely. Yeah. We need a uni dictionary. I know this one definitely doesn't work because it's a college edition. I actually use it as my mouse pad. That's what I do. All right, y'all, I'm out. I got to go get children. Should I give you guys a whole breakdown of what I have to do for adulting for the rest of the day? I need to clean a cat litter box. I need to go pick up a child. I need to cook dinner. You know, the same thing all the rest of you guys do. Hey, Andy. Oh, I'm glad you're home. Yeah, it's gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad. But he just sits out here and honestly, I'm pissed. I'm pissed at the fact that he just continues to do this shit. And every like, why am I so personally his target? Oh, wait, because I was one of the first ones to actually have the balls to say enough's enough. Sucks to suck, uni. I don't know why that made me any different. You've been disrespectful to everybody. Oh, I will, Kirks. Oh, thank you. Your comments disappeared. What the hell? I just mean call him out in this sector. Like at that point in time, like I was the one that said enough's enough. Like he's been called out for years. I'm far from the first one to notice this shit about him. I wish I would have noticed it way sooner. Anyways, y'all, I am out. You know, gotta go. Adults, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for understanding where my frustration comes from today. And I needed to get it out so I could just do part 4 and be like, whew, thank you guys for letting me have the space because, oh my God, Helen, if that's the case, I'm good. I'm good. Again, uni, Kyle said, name the topic, name the place. It just has to be around his work schedule and he'll debate you on anything you want. You probably won't like the outcome of that though, because Kyle's very smart too. Like very intelligent. And by the way, he asked, why the fuck don't you have the balls to address him? He talked shit on you the other night. Come on, be a man. He was so pissed. He was like, Kyle was expecting a video after his laugh fest when he did the drive-by the other night. Kyle was like, did he say anything yet? Come on. And I'm like, of course he's not going to say anything to you. No. But poor Kyle's over here like, don't I get noticed by anybody? Oh, I gotta love him. Oh, and by the way, Crimes and Fashion got me to watch the Curious Case of what's her name? Curious Case of Natalia Grace. Y'all, that's a twisted. If you like weird, that's a crazy one. Elizabeth, I know, Helen, exactly. All right. They will need a timer for how long they can talk to. Kyle's a man of few words. He'll just give some South Park quote and move on. That's it. All right, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. You're supposed to be getting ready to go. Well, get ready to go. Grow pair goals. I know, Elaine, right? All right, y'all. Have a good day. Bye.